Hey, 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 y'all. What's up? We are live. I am so excited for tonight. Let's get right into this live because, as you know, we have so much to talk about.
Roxiie says we're gonna talk about it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxiie with Roxiie Says, and we are going to talk about it. Today, we are reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 18, but this is a mid-season live, so we are discussing episodes 1 all the way to 10. So much happened. I'm still a little hot from episode 10, so let's talk about it. But before we do, make sure that you hit like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you're made aware every time I post a new video. If you're new here, you might not know, but I don't really go live. This is like my second time going live ever on my own channel. And I'm using a new little software, so bear with me, okay? I might fumble a little bit, but it's all good, all right? So before we get into this video, I want to introduce someone who is joining me tonight. Many of you are familiar with her, and I am so excited to have her here because her reviews crack me up, all right? So let's give a warm welcome to Miss Tammy Talks.
I'm excited.
I'm
excited. What's up, y'all?
What's up? Like 2 seconds ago, I was like, okay, we gonna cancel the live. She was like, let's hit it, because I'm a little nervous, y'all. But it's all good.
Fine.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm so excited to have y'all here. Let me see. I got to put y'all comments on the screen. I have to figure out how to do that. Hi, Trey. Hi, Erica. Hi, Newton. Hi, Terry. Terry's always showing love. Hi, BB. Hi, Di. Hi, Alicia. Oh, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hi, P. Hi, Ariel. Hi, Journey to Freedom. Let's see. Hi, Lexi. Hi, Anna. All right. So let me try to
it's cracking.
I'm trying to put the comments on the screen. Oh, look at that. Okay, so.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Rachel says.
Oh, you spell your name fancy? You out here.
Yeah, she got the Y in the name. I know that's right. Okay, we got Tammy. Allison, is this? Oh, I was about to say, is this Allison from the show? But that's not her name. Her name
that's not a real name.
All right, Tammy. So how are you feeling about the season thus far?
It's better than last season. It's better than last season. The real question is, because this is your first season.
It is.
How do you feel about the show?
I can say that I'm thoroughly entertained because I tried to watch last season. What was that? Denver? Didn't get past the first episode. Yeah. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But this season, I don't know if it's because a little extra is going to happen this season, but so far, I am so entertained. These people get me really upset every single week. Every single week. But I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it for sure. For sure. So I'm happy that you convinced me to actually watch or give it another try, because based on last season, I was like, oh, how y'all watching this? Oh, no.
I figured, I'm like, you like Love is Blind. It's Love is Blind just in reverse. That's all it is.
Oh, your cat. Shout out to your cats. Hi, Rose. Hi, Claudia. Oh, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about these couples because, and we're going to save the problem people for last. And then we got some questions, some predictions at the end of the live. So make sure that y'all stay tuned for a fun little game. So we're going to get started. We're going to start from boring to least boring, right? That's the only way to do it. So let's get started. It's the only way to do it. So let's start with Allan and Madison. I like to call them Allison, okay? I just call them Allison because I be getting their names confused way too much. So, oh, Anna loves your lip combo, Tam.
Thank you, Anna.
All right.
Or is it Anna?
Maybe it's Anna.
I feel like I say everybody's name wrong, so.
All right, we're going to get to those Amazon reviews. All right. So as far as Allan and Madison, I'm not really sure what Madison's game or deal is with this relationship because I don't think that she likes Allan at all. We saw when they played that little game, when they did that Twister game. Was it the Twister game? And he asked for a kiss after. And then she was like, oh, well, you didn't say where you want the kiss, so I'm going to kiss you on your cheek. Allan, if you're not getting the point that this girl don't like you, I don't know what else she has to do. She don't even want to give you a peck on the lips, sir.
That irritated me so bad. Because here's the thing. Like, you've already kissed him on the lips at the wedding. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if Madison's trying to play hard to get. I don't know if Madison wants Allan to be more assertive. I don't know what she wants, but she bothers me completely and utterly bothers me. So I don't know.
When I watched them play that little Twister game, I said, you know, this is not what Dr. Pia wanted. You know, the purpose of the game was for them to get a little touchy feely. They picked every single color that was farthest away from each other. I'm like, that's not what y'all supposed to do. Y'all supposed to, you know, intertwine a little bit. They was like, oh no, I'm gonna stay on this side. You're gonna stay on this side.
Stuff doing something.
If Dr. Pia, she thought that game was gonna lead to something, no.
Which is interesting because there was another expert before Dr. PM, Dr. Viviana, and she would make everybody that had these issues do tantric yoga. Mm-hmm. So they would have to sit pelvis to pelvis, chest to chest,
and you know,
snatch to member, and then it would, you know, evoke something in them to like. It caused them to like lose the anxiety that they have with like being close.
But remember, when they were on their honeymoon, they sat snatched to member. Remember? And the lady, she did a little ritual with them, and she told Allan that he talks too much, and she told Madison that she doesn't speak enough. And that was a ritual to get them closer too. Clearly it didn't work. So if y'all paid that lady, y'all better go get y'all money back because it's not working.
It was also rude. Don't tell me I talk too much.
Well, at that point, production made sure to show us that Allan was speaking way too much. Like they were doing time lapse. I'm like, y'all don't have to do Allan like that.
Allan does talk too much, but is it he talks? I'm gonna pull out my Libra scale. Mm-hmm. Is it that he talks too much, or Madison isn't talking at all?
That's true. That's a possibility.
So it feels like he's talking too much when really it's like she's just not talking at all. Mm-hmm. So like somebody got to fill the space. Somebody got to say something.
Oh yeah. Everyone, please like the video as y'all are coming in. Hit like. I will say with Allan, I like Allan, but I have my eye on Allan because we see that when he drinks, And even when he was having that conversation with Madison about him not showing up, him leaving the bar when they both left the bar, right? He himself said he had liquor retaliation or something like that. And Madison was like, I don't like that because, you know, that's somewhat of a trigger for me. And then in the previews, we're going to get to the previews, but we see him punching the cabinet and throwing a solo cup. I'm like, Allan, he definitely seems like the type who will say, oh, it's okay. That's fine. Oh, I'm okay. And then he get that liquor in him and he starts showing his ass. That's what he seems like to me.
Did I miss that? I do not remember him saying liquor retaliation.
Yeah. In episode, was it 9? I think it was 9. Yeah, it was episode 9.
It's because I was so mad at him because he was in my comments lying to me that I just missed everything that he said in the video.
Tell us what he said in the comments for those who didn't see.
I should have got a screenshot. So after Allan didn't show up to flag football, he was like, oh, just keep waiting. Everything's not what it seems. It seems like you were hungover and you didn't go. Mm-hmm. That's what it seems like. He made it seem as if Madison, I don't know, chopped him in the throat or something, and that's why he didn't want to come.
Right.
I don't like either one of them. Like I used to really enjoy Allan, and then something shifted. Mm-hmm. Like I like Allan, but I don't know if Allan is ready for marriage.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I don't think either of them are ready for marriage. Even Dr. Pia having to bring it to the forefront for Madison that her exes even told her that when she's in a relationship, she still pays more attention to her friends and her family. Now, I don't believe when you get in a relationship, you cut your friends off. In a marriage, even you cut your friends off or your family off. No, have that healthy balance, but you have to prioritize your relationship, your marriage.
Yep.
And she doesn't do that. And she knows she doesn't do that. And even in previous episodes, when she was saying, oh, yeah, my friend's going to be coming over, my friends are going to be sleeping over, and that night she didn't come home, I still think she was with David, but I guess we'll see.
Absolutely.
That night where she didn't come home, and she's like, well, this is just what I do. Okay, well, that needs to be what you did. It can't be what you do anymore. You got to make a little bit of change.
And we see this every season on this show where people are like, oh, I just want my friends. And it's like, if you wanted to still kick it with your friends and be single and ready to mingle, then why did you sign up to be married like instantaneously like that? I completely don't understand it. I don't get it.
I really don't. Terry says Allan needs to do a better job of showing up for himself before, where's the rest of the message? Before her? Well, that's true too. Because I feel like what Allan is doing, I feel like he's just making a bunch of changes and he's trying to please Madison. But I don't think that Allan is as delulu as David is acting, which we'll discuss further. Because in his confessionals, Allan will say, I don't see us progressing. I don't see the relationship moving forward. He'll say that. But then when he's with Madison, he's like, oh, yeah, I could be with you forever. But that's not what you're saying in your confessional. So why are you telling her that?
The way I tune out everything Madison and Allan says is crazy. I tuned them out. There was one scene in the last recap that I was like, I don't know what they talked about, y'all.
Chloe.
I don't know what they talked about. Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe. Put some purple hearts in the chat. Did I say purple? Yellow.
Chloe's yellow.
Chloe
hearts.
is yellow. Yellow hearts for Chloe. Yeah. I got you, Terry. Was there anything else about Madison and Allan? This couple is boring. Like, even
They're
as a content creator, when I'm watching this scene, and I'm sure Tammy does the same thing. Like, when they on my screen, I'd be like, oh, do I need to take notes on this part? Because like, is anything gonna happen? Like, these two are really boring.
Because we know that Madison does not like Allan. Mm-hmm. We know that. Mm-hmm. She doesn't try to even, like, the one thing that I do like about Madison is she's not rude to Allan. Not yet at least. She's not rude to him. So when he talks, she engages. Mm-hmm. She's not like Michelleing him. Right. But it's just very, very clear that she doesn't like him. She doesn't want to be with him. She does not plan on being with him. Right. So like, what's the point of...
She's just able to hide it better. Because like you said, she's not like Michelle. Like, why you got that? Okay, we're going to get to Michelle. We're going to get to Michelle. We have a super chat. Thank you so much, Erica Juliet. So Erica sent $4.99 and it says, yeah, even in another YouTube video comments, he said he was searching the bar for 30 minutes before people said Madison already left. Okay, so he was searching the bar for 30 minutes. Did he call her? Did he text her? I didn't understand that scene because they were both like, oh, I didn't see you, so I left. So no one thought to call the other person or text the other person. I don't get that.
Let's be real. I be outside, right? How big is this bar?
Tammy be outside, y'all. Tammy be outside. Don't get it twisted. Don't think Tammy don't be outside. Tammy be outside. Okay?
I do my video and then I go outside. But like, how big is the bar? I have been to many a bar. That sounds bad. I have been to many a bar in my adult life. Mm-hmm. It's very far and few that if I'm standing here, the bar is not crazy big. Right. I've been to bars in Chicago. I live literally up the street in Milwaukee. It don't take you 30 minutes to find nobody in a bar.
I don't think they wanted to find each other.
They did. I think Madison left. I think Madison was like, okay, we here. Y'all, let's go to the bar up the street. I don't think Madison was there, and I don't think Allan looked for her.
You don't think he looked for her?
No, I don't. I don't think Allan looked for her.
I thought he
Because
at
think
least
about
looked
it.
for her.
It's his birthday. He's lit. He a little saucy. Like, Allan was not checking for her. I promise you, he wasn't looking for her. No,
Interesting.
I don't believe that at all. Nope.
Okay, let's see. Let me try to catch up with the chat. Yeah, we here to gossip, y'all. We here to gossip about these people.
Allan has been in a lot of people's chats. He's been in Chloe's chat.
He ain't come in my chat unless I haven't.
Your comments be popping, but he's been in Chloe's chat. He's been in Misha's chat. He's been in regular guys' random thoughts. Allan is making his rounds.
I find that interesting that I wonder if anyone else been in your chat?
No.
He's like the only one. That's just
only
that's
one
weird.
from this season. He hasn't. I mean, if they have, they ain't announced themselves. Y'all in the chat?
You know what that makes me feel? I'm surprised. I'm surprised Akechi not in people's chat, but then that probably shows that's just a testament. Like, he really doesn't care. He really don't care. Like, he's just
come on to my chat.
The a-hole that he told MM that she is. Or maybe that also has me thinking that maybe Allan is trying to make his rounds because he knows he's gonna act a bit of a fool in the upcoming episodes, punching cabinets, throwing solo cups. He also said that in the preview, he said that he started exploring. What did he say? He said that he was starting to act on his, I don't want to put words in this man's mouth, but it was something like he's having some type of urges and he's going to start, or he started acting on them.
Not an urge.
Oh, no. Don't quote me.
With who? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
All
that
right.
is weird, TM. I agree. That's weird.
It's very weird. And especially because he's the only one I've never reviewed Married at First Sight before, but I remember like other shows that I've reviewed in the past, like The Ultimatum. Did any Love is Blind? I don't think anyone from Love is Blind came in my comments, but The Ultimatum, yeah, for sure. So is that like the norm? Since you've reviewed Married at First Sight before, that's the norm?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Every season I have had at least 1 to 2 people on the show, castmates, in my chat for sure. And it's always like they full name. And then I had a couple in my DMs last season, and I had some of their family members in my DMs last season.
Not family members.
Somebody's mama was in my DMs last season. And I was like, oh. I didn't like your daughter, so I'm not the right person. So
they be pulling up. They like, what you said? I'm pulling up.
And I think it's because their NDAs are so tight. Yeah. They can't do interviews.
Oh, so they just pull up in the comments. Okay.
They pull up. It's so hard to find a Married at First Sight cast member doing an interview. You know, Love is Blind. They be out here ready. Keep saying ready to love. Married at First Sight. They can't.
Oh, so thank you, A-Cuz Engineer. His words were explore his urges. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I'm interested to see what he's actually talking about. All right. Okay, so let's see. That's a lot of work to be in everyone's chat trying to defend yourself. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like with these shows, people, they know what they sign up for. And then when the show hits and people give their opinions, they're like, like, what's happening? Yeah, like people gonna talk about it. People are gonna have an opinion with the way that you're acting. And I don't even think Allan is getting it as bad as others on this season. Yeah, because he didn't.
I called him out because don't come in my chat and get me hype. Like something is really about to pop off, and then I end up just more disappointed in you. Hangover or not, we get up and we finish celebrating the next day. Allan, you ain't no real Chicago. You ain't no real Midwesterner, because that's not what we do.
They're talking about, don't forget that guy from LIB UK. They're talking about, oh God, Ali.
Big Booty Tim?
No. Tim better not be in my, ooh, I don't like Tim. Tim is the LIB UK version of Akechi. I cannot stand, okay, I don't want to get off track, but I can't stand Tim. And when I was watching episode 10 and Akechi was sitting there with that smirk, all I saw was Tim. Remember when Tim was talking to Alex and he was like, I don't ever want to see your face again.
He was so sassy.
That's the same vibe.
Say that,
we can't?
But he was,
they
say that it's.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But he had an attitude. Men can have attitudes. He has a stank attitude, just like Akechi. Stank with an A. Okay, so let's. Someone said, "Who mama?" Someone said, "Who mama?"
The girl that was married to. Lord, what are these people's names? The girl that was married to the guy with the heart condition. Claire?
I don't know who that is.
Her mama was like, no. I said, no offense, mama, but this really ain't your conversation.
Ooh.
Because you weren't there either, so.
True. So, let me see. I just want to make sure that I can get to everyone in the chat.
Ooh, somebody said pick one, Ali or Ikechi. What are we picking for?
Like, what are we picking?
Thank you, Abby. It was Claire.
Oh,
Claire.
Yeah. What are we picking? Because I don't think that Ali is as bad as Ikechi at all.
Ali was never disrespectful.
Right.
Ali never, I can't remember her name, but he was
Demi.
never Demi. He was never disrespectful to Demi at all, whatsoever. So,
I just made my thing really big. All right, so let's move on. Our next couple is Juan and Carla. All right, so these two, I don't want to say everyone on the show everyone needs to break up, but these two don't like each other. I don't think they're not attracted to each other. I don't think that they like each other's personalities at all. Like, for example, when they met with Dr. Pia? They met with Dr. Pia, and was it Dr. Pia? They met with one of the experts, and Juan was like, I know she wants to show affection, but I just don't feel it. I'm not physically attracted to her. And Carla says that is and Carla says, she's like, I don't think that that's something that can grow, right? And I do think that physical attraction is something that can grow. I'm sure people have had a situation where, someone was feeling them and you're not really feeling them, and then you get to know them a little. You're like, okay, you kind of cute, this can work. But I don't think they even like each other's personalities. So, and then Carla don't got no job. We're going to get to that. But I have no hope for these two at all. Juan, like, everything that Carla does just makes Juan more and more disgusted with her. He's just like, he's not feeling it.
So let's go back. Let's go back to Juan not being attracted to her. It's so interesting because during the honeymoon, or before the honeymoon, Juan was saying how he doesn't want to move too fast with her. He doesn't want to lead with sex. He doesn't want to lead with this. So did you just stop being attracted to her? Or I think it's Carla's personality, her lack of ambition.
Yeah.
And her lack of even wanting to be ambitious. Because when you take somebody that is an entrepreneur and he's working a 9 to 5 and he's doing all of this stuff and he's talking about saving, and then you have Carla who lied and says she has all these jobs, but clearly she doesn't. Yeah. She buys fresh juices every single day. Like, you're wasting money.
She better learn to make her own juice.
Juices are expensive.
Hello?
Juices are expensive.
And
Chicago is expensive.
And can you imagine? That's why I'm like, this isn't going to work, because every day that Juan comes home, Juan makes these smart comments and he tries to make it seem like it's a joke. He's not joking. He's not joking at all. Okay. When he went on his little bike ride and he came home and Carla was still in the bed, he was like, this is ridiculous. He's not joking. He truly thinks it's ridiculous. He truly thinks she's a bum. He really feels like this, right? And then when they went on the picnic and she's explaining this gig that she has coming up, no dates. No contracts have been signed. She doesn't even know what she's going to charge the person. Carla, you lied on your application, sis. Clearly you lied. She said she was a Pilates instructor. Didn't she say she was already a tarot card reader? And now she's saying she wants to learn to read tarot cards? Which one is it? I'm confused.
But not even to do it to read for other people. If you want to learn tarot for yourself, okay, girl, I guess. But like, that's a hobby. We talking about something that's going to pay the bills.
Hello.
Because tarot does not put food on the counter.
It can.
Tarot is not going to pay.
There's some big tarot card readers on like YouTube and TikTok. Hey, Shayna, there's some big ones, but it doesn't seem like she has the mind of how, like, it doesn't seem like she's thinking of how to monetize whatever it is she wants to do. It's like she just wants to sit at home and like read her cards.
Yeah, I mean, no, there are huge tarot people and stuff, because y'all know when the celebrities be missing and stuff, I'll be watching and see what they say. But she doesn't want to do it for that, though. She wants to do it just for herself. If you want to learn how to read tarot just for your own whatever, you don't have to tell us.
Right.
Juan doesn't care what you doing in the bedroom or the closet or whatever. He's talking about how we gonna pay these bills.
Right.
And Carla got fired. She didn't quit. She was fired.
She said, I can't be managed. Like, girl,
you were, your boss told you can't be managed. Right. You can go in and get the H on.
Right.
No.
Right. And to this comment, someone says, I think Juan likes white women. That's the both of them. They both said that they didn't. I don't know if they both said that they've only dated white people, or if they both said they've never dated anyone from their background. It was something like that. But yeah, I think I think Carla likes white men, and she's dated primarily white men in the past, and Juan, same for him, primarily white women. So, and I do think that. Go ahead.
I said, which was interesting, because as soon as they got to the altar, and she saw that he was Juan and not John, that accent kicked up a notch. So it was like, what are you putting on for then?
She wanted Juan.
I don't like her.
You don't.
Her hair bothers me. Her hair has bothered me since the wedding.
Has it? More than David's hair?
Control don't really... No, because I feel like Carla's hair, like sometimes Carla's hair looks really nice. And then sometimes it just looks big. It's like she wakes up and does a blow. I don't like it when it's big.
Well,
and
now
that's just a personal.
She'll have a lot of time to do her hair now, since she don't got no job, according to Juan. Baby, when Carla said she want to drink coffee in the morning, and Juan was like, oh, that ain't no problem. You don't got no job. I was like, Jonathan, that wasn't nice.
To be asking her for some male Rogaine for that bald spot in the back of his head.
Girl,
that's what Juan should be worried about.
In your review, when you said that, the way I screamed, I was like, Tammy.
It was so glaring.
Here's the thing with Juan and Carla. I think that Carla, for some reason, she believes that she can trick Juan into not working, and she can trick Juan into taking care of her. Baby, that's not going to happen. That will never happen. Juan's daddy told him and told Carla, y'all going to go 50-50. Straight up. Juan's daddy was trying to figure out how Carla made her money. Not in a roundabout way either. He was like, girl, how do you make your money? How you make your money? Okay, because my son, my Jonathan is not taking care of you, sis. I don't care how fine you think you are. My son not taking care of you, okay? They made that very clear. And I think, go on.
I was going to say, the way his father did it should have told you what time it was.
Hello. This has been ingrained in him.
Nice.
Right. He was like, so how you make your money, girl? And that's the thing. When they were on the honeymoon and everyone was sitting at that table and Juan said he specifically asked for a boss. He specifically asked for a go-getter, someone who makes money. Carla made a face. She was like, well, shit, that ain't me, so.
That ain't me. I
She
won't
made
do that, you know.
Carla was like, I'm a drink. Let me just sit here and eat my food because I am not that. Juan is passive aggressive, Rose. Juan is very passive aggressive. Mm-hmm.
He is, but so is Carla. Yeah. They're both passive aggressive, and I feel like everybody's passive aggressive to some extent,
true.
Right?
That's true. Yeah.
But I feel like Juan's is very glaring. Like most people are passive aggressive, and they kind of don't want you to know. Mm-hmm. Juan wants her to know. He wants you to know. Like
he held that camera
I'm gonna say
up
it without saying it.
He was like, I just came home from work, and this girl from the bike ride, and this girl just got out of bed. It's 1:00. He wants her to know, I think, that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and I'm not gonna take care of you. Yeah. Yeah, bills are too high. The bills them afipia. The bills are too high. Yeah. And she's homeless.
Okay. Okay, let's stop
yeah.
right there.
Thank you for this.
So, thank you. Are y'all still watching? I appreciate you. There have been a number of people that feel the need to go into Black women, because I'm not going to say female like y'all call us, Black women content creators comments. Mm-hmm. And y'all feel as if only Black women are making these assumptions. Carla's ass is homeless. Sorry for cursing. The reason that she's homeless is because we saw.
I got this right for you.
I'll give a hand signal. The reason that Carla is homeless is because she does not have a home.
Right.
It's not a secret. It's not that we're not projecting clearly, because I have a place. I'm up in it right now.
Period.
But Carla, when we watched her go get her belongings, they were in a storage locker.
Yeah.
She didn't go to an apartment. She went to a storage locker. We understand that on the matchmaking special, she had 4 walls. She does not right now. It's not that only Black women are piling on her. Do you watch any non-Black women content creators?
Do you watch only? Because if you probability, okay, if you watch only Black women and all the Black women said something, you can't say only Black. Well, if you've numbers, okay, and the thing with that is it's not an assumption. We saw it. We watched it. She went to a storage locker. And I think that, that's also a testament to the fact that Carla's plan coming on this show was to find a home, right? I feel like she wants to find love, but I really think that she just wants to find a man who's going to take care of her. Because why would you not sign a new lease? Why would you not make sure? And it shows that her priorities are up, okay? Because why would you not sign a lease? Why would you not make sure that you have a roof to go back home to in case this doesn't work out? That's why she's planning. And I'm sure when Juan went to that storage locker, he was like, "Oh, girl, you got me effed up." Juan knows what's going on. That's why he probably on the phone with his friends like, this girl thinks she about to get me and she's not. And he called his daddy and he was like, "Pops, this girl thinks she about to get me and she's not." So gradually she's doing things that are making her more dependent on Juan. One, she came on here with no place to live, and now you quit your job, girl. It's not looking good.
If he would have turned into Wavante on her and would have cussed her out, because why don't you have a house? And this isn't the first person that we have seen do this. She's not the first person. At least we start a storage locker. There was one season, was it season 12? 11? We just didn't hear anything about it. Just nothing about it. Just no home visit, no nothing. And it was I can't remember her name. Can't remember her name. Juan is always disgusted by her.
He
Yes,
is.
because I'm always disgusted by her. And we both shouldn't feel that way.
He is.
Somebody said Juan said, "Ay caramba." Hey, don't y'all don't
He
be
is.
y'all know people gonna say that that's racist.
Who said that? No, come on.
Erica Juliet said, "Ay caramba."
Well, he said something for sure because he like this girl is Am I frozen?
No.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Hey,
Okay.
Holly.
Is Holly in here?
I'm waiting on Holly to get activated because
Holly be cracking me up. And I think
Christina, yes, from New Orleans. That's who it was. She didn't have a house, Roxiie. She didn't have a house. She didn't have a storage locker. She didn't have nothing.
someone said she was a Erica. Don't worry, you good, Erica. Someone said it was a flight attendant who lived in her car. Wow.
She was a flight attendant, so I gave her grace.
Yeah, at
but
least she had a job. Yeah.
She had a job.
Yeah.
Take some overnight flights. You don't need a bed.
Do you think Juan and Carla are gonna make it?
Absolutely not. He's gonna turn into Wavante at some point and be over it. So
Wait, that's a real name?
Wavante?
Yeah.
I think that's my version of Devante, but he's gonna be Wavante.
Okay. Because I
bet
thought that
it's-
was like
I bet
someone
it's
on a past
somebody's
season.
name.
Probably.
That's somebody named somewhere.
And I love that for them. I do. I love that for them. Chloe says she had all her stuff in the car. She did.
She did.
And that's why we're gonna get to David and Michelle. And that's why I like to make the clear distinction between Michelle and Carla, because even though Michelle has a standard, she's not on what Carla is on.
No.
Carla wants to wake up at 1:00 and go downstairs and buy a $20 juice and then come upstairs and burn some sage and then play with her cards. Maybe go to the gym. Maybe go get her hair done. And come back home. That's what Carla wants. And Juan comes. Listen, the main reason why this isn't gonna work, is because every day, and I said this in my video, every day when Juan comes home and sees Carla, it's the and we have to be fair, right? Let me borrow your scales, Tammy. Because if a woman was going to work and she's coming home and homeboy is just on video games all day, she like, did you look for a job? And he like, nah, I burned some sage though. Did you look for a job? Nah, I was playing with these tarot cards though. Like, she gonna be like, boy, if you don't get your behind out of my house. Yeah. And Juan is the type who's gonna come home every day. He gonna be like, hey, did you look the same way that he ran down at that picnic and asked her question after question about this upcoming gig that she thought she had. She don't got no damn gig that she thought she had. And in 5 seconds, Juan revealed, like, girl, you don't got a damn thing going on. He's going to do that every single day. And don't let her have no Starbucks or no fruit juice on the counter. She going to be having to hide her Uber Eats, her DoorDash. He going to be like, wait, you don't got no job and you ordering food? Oh, that's going to be It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I will give this to Carla. Mm-hmm. Carla is a girl's girl because when at the end of this past week's episode, when she saw that Emin was really about to go in, she was like, no. Let's. So I'll give Carla that. That's what I said in my recap. Carla wished she had her sage with her. If Carla had some holy water, she'd have been shaking it at Ikechi. Get out of here. So I love that. I'll give Carla that. She is a girl's girl. So
yeah. I shouted her out.
That's it.
That's where it ends.
That's it.
I shouted her out for that too, because she saw it. She was like, come, let's go to the bathroom. Because she saw it. So yeah, I really appreciated her in that moment. Because if it was just like Camille probably would have like flipped the table like, oh hell, Camille was hot.
Camille was ready.
She was hot, yeah. And I totally understand why. So let's move on. How old is Carla? I don't know.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Somebody said that Juan is struggling. Juan has a 9-to-5. He's not just an entrepreneur. He still has a 9-to-5. He does both. I don't think he's struggling.
Yeah, I don't think he's struggling either. He has a 9-to-5 and he has 2 other jobs. Not jobs, but he has that app that he said he's starting for people at the airport to connect or whatever. And then something else.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all see me at the airport and this app takes off. Don't connect with me. Don't connect with me because just don't connect with me. Like I don't think it's a good idea personally, but
she says that. But Tammy, let me tell y'all something about Tammy. She might act like that, but if you see her in the street, give her a big hug. That's what she really wants. So you don't even have to say hi. You don't even have to say, hey, are you Tammy Talks from YouTube? She don't even need that. Just you walk up to her and you just hug her real tight. Okay. That's what she wants. So just so y'all know, I'm just putting that out there. Okay. Let me see.
Don't let Roxiie get y'all feelings hurt if y'all see me out somewhere.
I'm just saying. I know that's what you really want. Okay. We have 348 people in the chat. Wow. Make sure y'all hit like as y'all come in. Thanks so much for watching.
Don't hype her up, Chloe. You supposed
Chloe
to be
said
on
a
my
big
side.
hug. A big hug. A big
Supposed
hug.
to be on my side.
All right. So let's go to the next couple. The next couple is Camille and Tom. They're growing on me.
Life.
They're growing on me. They're growing on me. Oh, where's Thug Life at?
Look at Thug Life.
Oh, it's low. So, listen, someone had wrote in my comments, someone said, well, damn, Camille, if all Tom needed was to put an earring in, why you didn't say that like 5 episodes ago? And I'm like, you know what?
I
think that's all he needed.
Some Jordans, psh, that's easy.
That's
easy.
That's all he needed. And he looked nice with his earring. I was like,
he did.
Okay, Tom, you're starting to look like your twin a little bit. Okay.
That earring, it did something. Maybe I'm a bird because I was hyped when he put his Jordans on too. So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. But I was like,
until he started running. Until he started running, because I said, why doesn't this man know how to run? What is the problem, Thomas?
He put his hamstring. He's old.
He was running like that
But
before he pulled his hamstring. I'm not going to do too much on Tom because I'm starting to really like Tom and Camille.
Yes.
I'm starting to really like Tom and Camille. I don't know if they're going to disappoint me. I'm happy that we've gotten past necessary conversations, but it was starting to be overdone with the cultural differences. And because you and I agree, Tom and Camille are the same person. Their swagger-meter is on the same level. I don't know where Camille thinks her swagger-meter is, but it's on the same level as Tom. The same level.
With all them Shein 2 pieces, huh?
With her muumuus. Listen, I did go in on Camille in one video, but it was only because she had so much to say about how Tom was dressing, and I was like, "Girl,
one video,
maybe two,
because I watch all your recaps, so
maybe 2. No, okay. It was only one that I went in. Okay, but. It was because it's like, why are you going so hard on someone else as if you just be like stepping on the screen, like, you know, like don't do that.
I mean, she out here like she dripped up and draped out, but
hey, see, I'm not the only one. Yeah, the earrings and the Jordans worked for me, but the run ruined it. I was like, why is he running like that? Thomas has weak ass ankles. Yes. It's okay, Thomas. He's never had to run. So, okay. As far her moo right. So, as far as Thomas and Camille, I am happy that they are growing closer to each other. They're getting a lot more comfortable with each other. And like I said before, I'm happy that they got past those conversations of the cultural differences. And what kind of annoys me with Camille is she keeps saying, oh, that wasn't a deal breaker. That's not the impression that it was giving. But she seems to be over it now. Like I said, Camille was like, when he F me good, I go and buy him some jewelry. Okay, he got the jewelry on. He got the Jordans on. And they seem really happy with each other for now.
I think with the conversation, I think if she would have positioned it better to him, it would have been better received. But she just kept saying, we have cultural differences. Y'all are both biracial people. If you feel that he hangs out in white bars and you don't, then just say that. You hang out with a lot of white people. I don't really do that. It's a bit of a culture shock for me. That's literally all she had to say.
And even with that, I don't even know if it's that he just hangs out in white bars or if it's because he was hanging out in a bar which was known to be prejudiced against Black people, right? So for me, why didn't you, maybe we didn't see it, right? Maybe it was edited out. But I feel like that's the conversation that we should have seen them have. And I feel like that would be a valid concern because, hey, why are you comfortable in spaces that don't treat Black people right? That's a problem. So if she led the conversation with that, then it would make sense. But she's just saying cultural differences. He doesn't have enough swag. And then when the experts try to get her to articulate what swag means to her, she couldn't do it. So it just came off as like really superficial. He's not thug enough for you. He's not this, that. That's what it came off as.
You know why she couldn't articulate it? Because she doesn't have swag herself.
Right.
When you don't have something yourself that you're asking for, you don't know how to position it. If you don't know what you're asking for, it's not going to come out the right way. And I think that's the issue. So that her sister, Lord have mercy, bring your sister around often. Right. The fact that her sister was able to articulate it for her, they both understood. I want to hear nothing else about nobody's Blackness from two biracial people.
Right. I hope that...
What are we doing?
I hope that we don't have to circle back around to this next episode because in the preview for next episode... And, you know, I know these previews, they try to make things look away and then you watch the episode and that's not exactly what happened. But Tom says that he, if he finds out that his partner isn't attracted to him, that would really hurt his feelings. And then Camille is saying that she wants to kind of pump the brakes on the relationship. Now, she could have been talking about an ex and Tom could have been talking about something else. Yeah. But if it's them, I'm like, what happened? Y'all was just giving each other massages and buying jewelry and rubbing each other down and stuff. Like, I'm gonna be sad because then that means that they were only my favorite couple for one episode.
Maybe he took his Jordans off and went back to some Reeboks. I don't know. Maybe he's wearing a Van and she doesn't like Vans.
And another thing, we have not seen them have a conversation about him cheating on his ex.
Do you think he knows? I mean, do you think she knows?
Yeah, her friends told her. So I had a big problem with this because in the wedding episode, him and Camille, they were discussing, I don't know if they were discussing, no, Camille asked him why they broke up, right? Why Tom and his ex broke up. And he said, you know, they grew apart. They weren't, you know, the generic, it was a mutual thing. We just grew apart. But when he sat with her friends, he told her friends that he cheated on his ex, who he was with for 9 years. So when Camille went back to the table, her friends told her, like, yeah, he cheated on his ex, but he says he went to therapy and this, that, and the third. But we haven't seen Tom and Camille have a conversation about that. I'm like, girl, y'all done discussed the cultural differences enough. Y'all need to talk about that cheating and why you were with her for 9 years and then cheated on her. That's what y'all need to discuss.
He was with somebody for 9 years and didn't want to get married.
That too. And remember,
you done wasted a whole decade out of that lady's life. A decade. Oh my God.
And now I'm remembering in the cast. Did I do a cast reveal? I don't know. Did you do a cast reveal? Anyway,
I don't do it for Married at First Sight.
Tom said that this was a good experience for him because he doesn't have time to think about it. He can just jump into the marriage and he won't have to think about it.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Crazy.
And he said that coming from a 9-year relationship, this is a good experience and this is good for him because he can't think about it. He's just married. So, see, now I'm back to not liking him. See, Tammy, look what you did. No. I did it, but I'm blaming you.
I didn't say it.
Now I'm remembering all the reasons why I don't like him.
Somebody said that Tom seems depressed because he cries every episode.
Does he?
I think his father passed recently, though.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't his father pass recently? Like, I don't think his father has been gone for that long. So I think that's a part of it. But he does seem like, you know, there's a little something going on up there.
I mean, and then Tom only found out that he was adopted from Facebook at 30-something years old. So his mom posted on Facebook, "Happy Twins Day. I'm so happy that I was able to adopt my sons." And Tom is like, "I'm a twin." Is she talking about me?
That could have been my 13th reason. Because what are you doing?
That's a horrible way to find out. And then unfortunately,
oh my God.
Yeah, and then unfortunately his dad passed. I think he said like 3 or 6 months after that. So I can't even. Yeah. That's a lot. Tom has been through a lot. Hopefully. Oh, another thing that he said was that he doesn't even know if he deserves a second chance. Right. That also leads me to believe that he probably did his ex real dirty, like even dirtier than he's revealed. But the fact that he says he doesn't know if he deserves a second chance, I wouldn't be surprised if he started like self-sabotaging the relationship because he's like, I don't deserve this. And when you are vulnerable, people can hurt you. Because he said that to Dr. Pia as well.
Because what type of cheating took place if you crashing out like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's Camille and Tom. I started this segment loving them and now not so much. So
you did it to yourself.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'll say this. I've enjoyed them the past couple episodes because I think their communication is better than some of the other couples. They do actually talk about what needs to be talked about, and then they do talk about just basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They are also one of the only couples, if not the only couple, that exchanged a 1-month anniversary gift.
Oh, they did. Oh yeah.
Well, she got 2 gifts because let's be real, that man did not. He don't want a statue of your hands. Let's be real.
That was
he
for
doesn't
her.
want it.
Yeah,
that was for you. And he gave her. So I had this issue in my comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
Purple is not a shade of red.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why y'all tried to come at me. I had somebody explain to me that you take a little bit of red, take a little bit of blue. And it's purple. I know. I went to kindergarten, okay? But that does not mean it's a shade of something.
I didn't know it was
what
purple.
A primary color was, what a secondary color was.
Aww.
As if I'm slow.
That was so nice of them.
Yeah, thank you.
They were trying to help you out.
To kindergarten.
See, I didn't even know that it was purple. I thought he said red. He said you look nice in red on the honeymoon, and red is your birthstone. He gave her purple?
He said this is a shade of red. And I was like, it looks purple on my TV. Now, if Vizio is the issue, tell me. Because then I can make adjustments.
I
also had people in my comments and on Twitter X that were saying that it was purple. Nonetheless, purple is not a shade of red. Shades of red are pink, magenta, ruby, dark red.
I just think that if it's her birthstone, it should be no other color than what her birthstone color is. Because then that means you just like got anything. If it's not red. I saw red, so I don't know if it was purple. I saw red.
Chocolate Sooner said it was garnet, which is a shade of red. Garnet.
Okay. It was, okay, I see.
Reddit found, of course Reddit did. Nonetheless, don't come in my comments explaining the color wheel to me. I'm not 5.
They said you missed that day in pre-K. Let me learn you something.
I started school early, so,
Do you think that Camille and Tom will make it?
I think they have the potential to, yes.
Yeah, I do too. I think it was really interesting to see how closer they got after they slept together. But I heard that's what happens. Yeah. I read it on the internet. So I'm happy that they've been able to bond in that way. Everyone else was really excited for them. Dr. Pia was very excited for them. So we'll see where it goes.
That's what she be wanting. They be wanting them to consummate so bad.
They do.
Because when you consummate, you can't get an annulment. You have to go through a divorce. But every season, that's like the number one question that they ask.
Yeah.
Did you guys sleep together? Did you sleep together? They want them to consummate the marriage.
And that's on all the shows too, because like Love is Blind, when all the couples meet up, they're like, oh, did y'all do? So yeah, I do think that they'll stay together. I do.
Which is weird because I have never asked my friends like, so did you sleep with him yet? Like,
oh girl,
if
me
you
and my
want me to
friends
know, you'll tell me. If you want me to know, I feel like you'll tell me. But I don't ask people questions either. Like,
my friends be like, Roxiie, guess what? I be like, girl, what? But I get what you're saying. They're gonna tell you.
But that's different if she's calling and telling you. I'm never gonna call and be like, so did y'all?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Why you want to know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But okay.
All right. So who we got next? Next up, we have David and Michelle.
Control with the bang.
I got all pictures with his hair up just how you like it, because I know you like it so much. So I found the right pictures. It's hard not to find a picture. It's so distracting. I like his little bun. It's adorable.
Here's the thing. I don't dislike it. Mm-hmm. But I also kind of feel like it's not a hairstyle we need to do every single day. You know what I mean? If they out at like a little street festival and you want to put your bang up with your flip-flops on and your little shorts, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But if we're at dinner, no sir. Put that in a low ponytail, a low bun, or just have your hair out. But I like David. I don't have an issue with David, so.
That's what I was going to say. I think because I like David, his hair doesn't bother me. If I didn't like David, I'd be on his ass about every little thing. Like, your hair, David. Your outfit. But I like David. So far. Because these people, we say we like them, and in the next episode, they do something crazy. Yeah. And it looked like he might sending text messages to the wrong person. So.
Oh, girl. That text message is inappropriate.
Because we know he wasn't talking about telling Michelle. For those who didn't see the previews, okay, we gonna get to the previews later, but we might as well talk about it now. So in the preview, Michelle is telling the girl she's doing yoga. Okay, maybe Carla charged them to come to this yoga class. Okay, but the girls are doing yoga, and Michelle is telling the ladies that David sent her a text, and it said something like, I miss you. I can't wait to eat you or something. I can't wait to taste you. Something like that. Now we know.
Said eat.
Oh, he said
so
eat.
Crass.
Okay, David. Okay. Now we know he was not talking to Michelle. Okay. So, looks like remote control. That is a Tammy Talk subscriber. Okay.
Control.
Mm-hmm. See, are y'all watching says big hair, but David is a clean man, respectful, and a trying man. He is trying.
Here's the thing. So we're going to talk about his living arrangements, obviously, but regardless of anything about David has not. Yes, the graphics are fire. David has not disrespected Michelle.
Right.
David has not disrespected any of the women or the men. Mm-hmm. You can tell that David was raised to be respectful. Mm. He's not rude. Outside of all that swearing and cursing and
in front
all
of people's
that,
parents. Other than
in
that.
In front of your parents. Outside of that. And that's something that we can work on, right? Mm-hmm. We can work on that. But David is, I don't think David is a bad guy. I think David signed up for the show for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like at this point, he's getting pushed. I don't want to say he's a man being a man, but I think he's just like Michelle is pushing him away.
I would say that if David ended up messing with someone else, I'm not saying it's okay, but I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It's not okay, but
I wouldn't be surprised at all because he's really been trying. And like I also said, I don't know if it's just because she has blonde hair and blue eyes. I don't know if he would be giving this same effort if she didn't, right? So I don't know if I want to give him so much credit to say, oh, he's just a good guy, or if he's only doing this because she has blonde hair and blue eyes, right?
Can you put this comment on the screen, Roxiie, real quick from Rose?
What did it say?
That his hair gets bad. Okay, so David's hair doesn't look dirty.
Right.
It honestly and truly doesn't. His curls are popping. We see him constantly like finger combing it. It doesn't give bad
They look
hygiene.
moisturized.
And I've seen this not from you, Rose, but I've seen this from a lot of people in my comments that he needs to cut his hair. His hair is dirty. And I'm like, it doesn't look dirty though.
David doesn't give dirty to me at all. He looks like he spends a lot of time in the mirror. He looks like he really loves his hair. He looks like he takes care of it, like he washes it, he conditions it. It doesn't give dirty to me at all.
Chocolate Sooner is saying it's unkempt. It's literally not though. You can
I don't think
at
it's
those
unkempt.
Pictures. It's not even a messy bun. He just pulls his hair to the front. Like he's not. I think we have to get out of the societal norms that if a man has longer hair that it's unkempt. David doesn't look unkempt or dirty at all.
Yeah, he doesn't look dirty to me. I would like to see him with shorter hair, but I don't look at David and I'm like, oh, he looked like he hasn't bathed or he hasn't washed his hair. I don't get that from David. His skin is clear. Okay, his beard be lined up, his hairline be lined up. He just wears his hair long, but he clearly goes to the barber and gets it lined up all the time, right? So
or he's able to do it himself. You know, some guys can line themselves up, but I don't like control the way he does it every single day. But I don't like his wedding picture. He looks good.
Yeah, he looks nice at the wedding.
So
yeah. So you just don't like you don't like the style of his hair. It doesn't mean that he's dirty. You just don't like the style of his hair.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't mind the control. I just don't think it's an everyday hairstyle.
Okay, Rose said, okay, I hear y'all, but his place is a mess though. She's like, what y'all got to say about that? You got that one, Rose. You got that one.
His place is a mess.
His place is a mess. Let's speak about this living situation. Thank you, Rose, for that comment. Okay, you and I discussed that it would have been a better situation if he didn't say that he lived in his parents' basement, if he said that he just had his separate apartment and it just happens to be in his parents' basement, right? That was before we saw.
I think that if David wouldn't have pegged it as an apartment, and if he would have just said, I live in my parents' basement, it's finished, it's whatever, I think it would have been received better. He positioned it as an apartment. I've been to some people's basement, lower level apartments, and they looked like apartments. This is a basement. Yeah. This is a basement. And I think that when you lead with, because he said, I have a 2-room basement, or I have a 2-room apartment in my parents' basement, I'm expecting it to look like an apartment.
Right. Let me go to this comment because this is a good comment. David's hair is no different from Jason, who plays Aquaman, right? It's because he's non-white that people assume it's unkempt. Yeah, because Aquaman, I can see Jason Momoa, right? That's Aquaman.
He's not white either. Yeah.
I think he's Hawaiian.
He's Hawaiian.
Right. But
No.
I get what you're saying. Anyway, we ain't even gonna get into that. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. And I don't think that David looks unkept at all. But back to the apartment. We did disagree though. We disagreed because I said that I feel like even if you live in a basement apartment, because I've been in plenty basement apartments that are decked, that are nice, right? Even if someone only has a room and it looks like they take pride in where they're living, I don't see a problem with that. I didn't see that pride in David's place, right? You said this was a couple episodes ago. You said, okay, well, that makes it clear that when he says that he's not planning on staying there for a long period of time, that makes sense, right? Because why would you deck out this apartment if it's not permanent? Which was a really good point, because we still don't know what his intentions were, if it was to move out or if it is to stay. Now, I feel like this all could be resolved if they just exchange finances. Can you let me know if in past seasons they've done that? Because some of y'all don't know, this is my first season watching the show. And I just think it's crazy that they have these people trying to make a life together and no one has concrete proof of these people's financial situation.
It's not there. It has been talked about in previous seasons, and there have been issues. I want to say, was it Steve and Noy? It's been talked about where they do exchange financial information, and it's something that is talked about with the experts too. So I'm curious as to why Dr. Pia hasn't. So the experts have kind of like different.
Get your girl.
Position. I know it's Holly. What did she say?
She said he sleeps next to the holiday decorations in a
Not he next to the Christmas tree in the wreath. So the experts have different things. So Pastor Cal is really there to like counsel and give guidance. Dr. Pepper is a true psychologist, I believe. And Dr. Pia took the place of Dr. Viviana, who are there to work on like the physicality of it, that type of stuff. So it's interesting that they have only been meeting with Dr. Pia and not the other experts that will probably tackle some of these other topics.
Yeah, because to me, it seems like Michelle's main reservation is the financial aspect. And I've said this multiple times in my videos. I don't like when she meets with the experts and she speaks on finances and they're like, yeah, but he's a great guy and he's so nice and he's going to be okay. Yes, we know, but finances are important. And like I said, one of the main reasons for divorce is finances. So if y'all know that's the issue that Michelle is having, why aren't y'all encouraging for pull up your online banking, pull up your credit score, pull up Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, pull it up so we can know what you got going on. Pull up something.
But I think it's the way that Michelle is positioning it too. Michelle keeps saying, and it's I'm with Michelle. But it's the way she's positioning it. So she's saying, I don't think he can take care of me. I don't feel safe with him. Michelle needs to say, I don't think David has any money.
Right.
And it sounds rude, but if that is her issue, then that's her issue. Yeah. So if Michelle were to say, David, I am worried about your finances. Your friends all claim that you can move out whenever you want. Prove it. If you don't want to prove it, then I don't want to be with you. Because I don't want surprises. And I feel like that's all that needs to happen. Right. But when Michelle is talking to Dr. Pia, she phrases it as she doesn't feel protected with David. She wants to know if David can provide for her. Yeah. And Dr. Pia is playing mind games with her and switching it around to be like, yeah, well, he can provide for you in different ways. Yeah, but you know what she's talking about, though.
Yeah.
She's talking about money.
I'm actually curious if David was to just pull up everything, if it would be an automatic switch for Michelle or if she would find another problem, because she don't like his man bun either. She think he's controlled too. Because when David's friends Tom and Tom, when they're like, "Oh, you don't like the man bun," she was like, "No comment." I don't think she likes any. I think that even if he had the finances, she would still have an issue, as we saw when they went on that sushi date. And she was upset with his outfit. And I was like, Michelle, it's not that serious. She the one who looked crazy coming up in a yellow gown to eat some sushi. Like, girl, it was not that serious.
I didn't think it was a big deal. It's not like he came with, like, I don't know, a Rolling Stones graphic tee or like a ripped t-shirt. He wasn't dirty. He had on a half zip. Don't men wear half zips? Yeah, I've been out with men before, and they like half zips for some reason. Right. Like, he looked clean. I'm gonna be real. David looked like he smells good. David looks like he puts stock into that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he looks clean. Cuddly. He does. Yeah, he's a big teddy bear. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So like if David is clean and his nails are clean and he's very well kempt. Michelle is acting as if she is really out here giving it to the girls. Yeah. Yeah. You looked a mess. And I didn't want to say that about her. I didn't want to say it, but like, Michelle is not out here. She's really on the same level as Camille. Don't. You mad about a half zip and y'all are at a sushi bar.
Yeah. And listen, David said, he was like, I didn't have time to change. I would have went home. David.
No, you wouldn't have. You would have worn this.
You would have worn the same thing. Like, stop it, David. David, you better stop. He was like, I would have put on a button down. No, you wasn't. No, you were not.
And I had some people in my comments. It's a date. They went to get sushi. Yeah. Y'all, I go get sushi all the time. Yeah. You do not have to get dressed up. It's sushi. Yeah, now, you probably shouldn't be in their jeans and whatever. And I get that it's their 1 month anniversary, but she overlooks the fact that he did something for her. Mm-hmm. You like sushi. He had never had it before a couple of days ago. Yeah. You like sushi. What is very Metro, Erica?
Oh, hold on. We'll get to. Someone said. Y'all be what? What's Metro?
I was saying, how y'all be wanting y'all men to look?
I think he looked fine. I thought David looked fine for the date.
I thought he looked fine for the date.
So Trey says, in Michelle's defense, David hasn't articulated a concrete plan to move out of his family's house, but Michelle is so unbearable. It's hard to move forward with her. Yeah.
So, has Michelle asked David for a concrete plan? And I get what you're saying, Trey. David hasn't. But has Michelle said, David, okay, what is your plan if we stay together for you to move out of your parents' house? Right. See, I just believe that words mean things. You have to ask the questions that you want the answers to. Right. If your concern is that he's not going to move out, he doesn't want to move out, ask him point blank. If we stay married, what is your 3-month plan to get out of your parents' house? Can we go sign a lease today? Let's go look at apartments. Right. Can you, like, how big your security deposit got to be? Can it be
do you get approved for zero? Right. Hello?
Or is it going to be, we need first, second, and last month's rent? Like, that's how you can get that stuff going. And Michelle just, she's not asking the right questions.
True.
So.
This is true. Erica says, if she ends up liking him after seeing his finances, it will come across as she's with him for the money.
But then David would know how to move then too.
True. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be an eye opener for him. And what I was saying earlier about Michelle and Carla, I don't think that Michelle wants to know what his finances are because she wants to run off and quit her job or because she wants to just live on his dime. I don't think that that's her reason. I feel like she just wants to make sure that he at least has what she has. I don't see Michelle quitting her job. Her biggest fear is going back to the life she lived as a child. I don't see any man telling Michelle, oh, baby, quit your job. I got you. I see Michelle being like, yeah, no, you can still have me.
Yeah.
But I'm not quitting my job. I don't see Michelle wanting to live lavishly. I don't even get that vibe from her either, that she just wants to like buy this and that. And like Carla talking about money is energy or whatever. I don't get that vibe.
Look at Michelle's apartment.
Yeah,
she don't buy nothing.
I don't get that vibe from Michelle at all. So I feel like her wanting to know what David makes is not from like a greedy or like a gold digging place. It's just like, hey, I want to know that if we get married, they not gonna come snatch my tax refund off of dealing with you. Like, you know, I think that's pretty much what she wants to know. Oh, he is Hawaiian and Samoan. They're talking about
yes, Samoan. Okay.
Yes. All right. Do you think that these two are gonna stay together?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm surprised they still together now.
Right. And that's another thing. So do they ever tell people to just break up on this show? Has that ever happened before?
They won't tell them to break up, but typically at this point they will say, so what do you want to do? But typically these people would just be like, I don't want to be with this person. Today is my decision day. So it's interesting that Michelle is still staying.
Yeah, David too. Like, what more does she need to do for you to say, I'm done with this?
David is happy. She's blonde hair and blue eyes. That's all he wanted. That's all he could ask for.
He said, let's go. Not easily swayed says Michelle seems tight on funds. And that's another thing I said. For all we know, David can be more financially secure than Michelle. That's very possible. We don't know.
It is.
He could have been stacking his paper while he's living at home, and Michelle is barely able to pay rent for all we know. We don't know. So that's why I feel like and that's why I said I don't think that it's just David who needs to show his financial situation. I think the both of them need to exchange them papers so we can see what's up for real. Yeah. All right. Who's paying for the sushi date? Lifetime?
I think all their dates are paid for, right?
They better be.
I feel like on a reality like not Lifetime, but Love is Blind and this and the Ultimatum, I think all their dates are paid for.
Yeah. Except for Love is Blind. I heard for the weddings they have to pay like a portion of that, which is crazy. Love is Blind.
To go say no?
They have to pay some of that. So.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Happy Gardner says she does not like him. Nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do to change her mind. So go home.
I don't think she's I don't think she's physically attracted to him either, and that's the kicker.
Yeah, this is true too. Most men these days aren't wearing suits and blazers. Where did it go? Kia. Yeah, that's true. The
pandemic has changed how everybody dresses.
Now, does David smoke?
Yes.
He does smoke. Oh, I forgot he smokes.
But he didn't say if he smokes cigarettes or if he smokes green. So either way, he smells like.
I think it was cigarettes.
He smells like something.
Because didn't his mom say that? I know his mom survived lung cancer, which is amazing. But I remember his mom telling Michelle that she's gonna have to make him quit, and I'm like, well, ma'am, if you beating such a disease wasn't enough to make him quit, why are you gonna put that on Michelle? If he ain't quitting for what you went through, how is some lady he met 2 weeks ago gonna get him to quit?
I'm not forcing anybody to quit. That's up to you and your lungs. If you want to keep smoking and end up like the lady on the commercial talking through her neck, that's on you.
Knock yourself out.
That's on you.
Yeah, he's grown. He's grown. But we haven't seen him smoking. Thanks for making that comment, because I actually forgot that he smokes. We haven't seen him like smoking, and we haven't heard Michelle complain. David, honestly, to me, David seems like the type who knows he smokes and there might be a stench, so he does even more to make sure that he doesn't smell like it. Like, I get that vibe from David. Like, he's gonna have his cologne on, he's gonna wash his hair, wash his hands, and all that stuff. All right, so they're not gonna stay together.
No,
not me predicting the future. Is Michelle okay? We're not gonna do that. Do you think that Michelle is on this show for
Pierre? That's Mufasa.
Aaron Pierre? That's Mufasa.
You know they had to turn the comments off on that post
Why?
because people are being very inappropriate.
Ooh,
Very.
I see him all
very
over the place
inappropriate.
now. People are like, "Who are we?" So y'all know who we talking about, right?
Yeah, the ladies
yeah.
know who we talking about.
I see him on my feed all the time now. I'm like, okay, we get it.
Well, he's in. I think he is the voice of Mufasa
Oh, okay.
as a child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby Mufasa, if you will.
All right. Anything else on David and what's her name? And Michelle?
Do we think that David is stepping out and cheating with Madison? While this, even before, the fat hand, even before that preview, do we think that all these moments where David's not coming home, David is, doing whatever, do we think he's messing around with Madison?
I wouldn't be surprised. That's my assumption just because, but I wouldn't be surprised. What really did it for me was when they were on the honeymoon and David and Madison met up to go to the gym. And David said, when I saw you come off that bus and I saw your triceps or your body or whatever, I knew you were going to be my gym partner. That is flirting. Okay. He's positioning it in a way it's like, oh yeah, you work out. He's flirting. Okay. And I feel like it was very inappropriate. Okay.
But Madison has also been working out with Juan. Juan has mentioned a couple of times to Carla, yeah, I was working out with Madison.
Really? I missed that.
Yes.
I remember
Madison
David
working
saying,
out with everybody but Allan.
ooh, Madison.
Juan has worked out once or twice with Madison too.
Really?
Yes.
I heard that Michelle. I'm here reading, but
Not
I don't know
drink
what's.
and smoke.
I don't know what you looking at.
What you got on the screen, Michelle can drive many people to drink and smoke.
Oh, child, I didn't even know I hadn't even clicked that. So we're gonna chat about who we think is which couple we think or which people we think are like, getting intertwined later on in the video. Yeah, everywhere, Trey. Everywhere. I'm seeing him everywhere. Him and Madison would be a better fit, Tone Loke said.
But why though? So here's the thing. If we're gonna say they would be a better fit, it has to be for more than the fact that they work out.
I feel like they're actually attracted to each other. We know David is attracted to Madison because she has blonde hair. So I don't know if
That's
what color
not
her eyes
natural blonde hair. What's gonna happen when the highlights wash out?
He don't care.
Okay.
He don't care. He don't care.
And she don't seem to mind the bayang, so
No,
so
yeah,
win-win
I think
for
she's
everyone.
attracted to him. More attracted to him than she is to Allan. That's for sure. I bet if Madison was playing a Twister with her little shorts on and no underwear, I bet if they were playing Twister and she was with David, he would have gotten a kiss on the lips. Okay.
Okay, get ready to bleep me. Having bare ass to Jean is crazy.
I was like,
Ma'am.
ouch. Ooh.
Ooh, Jesus. Like, ooh.
Okay, Harris,
okay.
You know what, girl? Harris, I'm not playing with you. I'm not about to play with you.
A strong neck is crazy.
Tiffany says,
Madison do look kind of.
I think Madison be looking nice in her little gym outfits. Let me see. Tiffany says, because they are gym buddies, it's enough today on the dating pool. Yeah, girl, you don't know about those people who join in the run clubs just to find a man.
I have heard about that, yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's enough. That's enough.
If I didn't run like Tom at my age, I would join a run club too.
You do not run like Tom. I refuse to believe that. I refuse. Because if you do, I'm going to have to take a flight so I could teach you how to run. Because that was atrocious. That was the worst run I've ever seen in my life.
I ran track in high school. I got a state title.
Oh, look at that. Do I have an applause button? I don't. I'm so sorry. But
you want to clap for me?
I don't have applause. I don't. But that is amazing.
It's fine.
All right. So now we are moving on. Yeah, bare ass of jeans is crazy. Now we are moving on to... Wait.
The queen is in the building.
Where? Oh, hey, mamas. What's up, queen? Aw. Is Chloe still in the chat?
Yes, Chloe is still in the chat.
Oh, all of our girls are here.
She thinks it's Juan and Madison too.
Right. Everyone say hi to Queen E. I was about to start singing.
You got to tell the people. They get geeked when E comes in the chat. I strive to have that effect.
Thomas runs like a toddler with a wet diaper. Yes. Yeah. So let's move on to Tammy's favorite couple.
Okay, wait, let me get ready.
Favorite couple. But I wish I had a drum roll. Ooh, I should have put a drum roll up in here. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Rose said I need to step up my soundboard game. I really do. So now we are moving on to Tammy's favorite couple. Y'all know how much she loves this couple, especially the man, because she has been promoting his book.
I got his book.
Hard. All right. So we are here for
Not this scary music.
and Ikechi. Okay.
Letters to My Wife. $9.99 for the paperback, $12.99 for the hard copy, $5.99 for the Kindle, and for $24.99, he will fly to your house and call you to your face. He will. He'll call you aggressive. He'll do all that right to your face for that little extra fee.
All those beautiful words. Because we love a wordsmith, okay? We do. Listen, y'all already know I cannot stand this man. Tammy Talks cannot stand this man. I don't think anyone on the internet can stand this man, because as you scroll and you see the thumbnails, it's just a catchy. People be putting horns on his head. They put no one likes this man right now. I don't know how. I hope he's on an island somewhere, like just detached from everything. Because don't come on the internet. But like I said before, he probably really doesn't care. He probably does. Because, all right. So a lot happened with this couple. So let's start from...
I can't go black and white, y'all. I'm not controlling the video.
Oh, yeah. We know Tammy would have had her black and white. We were trying to see if she would be able to control like part of the live. And because, she has sound effects too or whatever. But nah, we don't know how to do it. Yeah, Happy Gardner. It's time for the circus. Don't nobody care about it, catchy. Let him... Holly. Someone block Holly. No, I'm playing. Okay.
It'll be in my next video, Holly. Thank you.
Shayna says, don't nobody care about him or that raggedy book.
Y'all are lighting that book up on Amazon.
See, I said I was going to leave a 1-star review, but I was joking. People are really leaving reviews on this man's book. You know what someone said in my comments? Someone in my comments says that they went to either leave a review, I think they said, and they weren't able to because something came up where Amazon said that reviews have been paused for... I don't know what it was. Like reviews have been paused for strange activity on this particular book or whatever, because people were probably lighting him up and Amazon was like, hold on, or maybe he himself reached out and was like, hey, can we pause reviews? I don't know how you do that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah. So, okay. As far as and Ikechi,
yep.
I'm trying to think of where to start. So we saw them on the honeymoon. First of all, on the wedding day, on the wedding day, I don't. And here's the thing with these shows, I know that a lot of times when it's a Black woman, people will automatically assume, oh, he doesn't like her. He's not attracted to her, right? I think that, and a lot of times it's unwarranted because we don't have any proof behind it. But I feel like with Ikechi, he shows that he doesn't like anything about her every single time they're on the screen together. I feel like he was nice to her like on the wedding day. And after that, it was like, oh, it's up. Like, here's the real me, you know? And even when they were on their honeymoon and asked him multiple times, what is your type? Even when she met with Akechi's family and they were like, you know, all the ladies be after him. I'm like, okay.
Do they?
Do they really? She was like, yeah, all the ladies be after him and he's looking for a unicorn. And when asked Akechi, what is your definition of a unicorn, or like, what does your perfect woman look like? He did say a Black woman, and I think he said, did he say Kelly Rowland? I feel like he said like Kelly Rowland. But he wasn't. He didn't.
Say Michelle Obama. No,
I can't remember. I don't think he said Michelle. I could have sworn he said Kelly Rowland, but he didn't want to get too specific. And asked him this multiple times, and I feel like the reason why he doesn't want to get specific is because his type is not But I feel like honestly, that's the least of their problems in this relationship. Who's attracted to who?
I feel like it's okay to tell these people that you are not attracted to them. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to say, for me, the physicality is not there yet. I don't know why it has to be this huge thing. I have told people before, it's not you, it's me. I think if people would start to say that, then we could get to a better situation. But it's very clear, and Emin should know, because she asked him, am I your type? And he didn't respond. Girl, that means no.
Right. Captain.
It means no.
I need MM's cousin. That's why I had to put him on here. I had to give him and Miss Claire Huxtable an honorable mention in this slide, because baby, the energy that Akechi be having with when he's in front of her cousin Rafu, he don't be on that. He tries to get a little buck, but you can see him. He knows where to keep it when he's speaking to Rafu. Yeah, he knows where to keep it, cause he be getting loud with Nope, we don't like itchy scratchy. we don't.
Hey, JB says.
Oh, T. Hutch says he doesn't care. He's been making Facebook posts saying he would rather be happy and single rather than married and miserable. Okay, but you're the one who chased the show for 2 seasons. You've been chasing.
Let me put on my Zulu glasses for him. No, because if you were okay being happy and single, you wouldn't have been following the show, because they said he didn't just audition for Houston, he auditioned for Atlanta as well. So now it makes me wonder if you auditioned for Love is Blind, because it's the same production.
He probably did.
You clearly weren't happy and single, because you were writing letters to the women I hate. You were writing that. That's the book.
Right.
So you weren't happy. See, I want to cuss him out again, but this ain't my channel. I wouldn't do that to you.
I mean, did I curse him? I don't think I cursed per se. No, I call him a bitch. I did.
He is one.
I did. Yeah. I can't imagine.
If it walks like a and talks like a.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he said to Pastor Cal in the previews. He said if someone acts like an a-hole, he's going to call them an a-hole. Becoming L says, I can't imagine what he was thinking coming on the show. What was the reason? One, I feel like he only came on this show to promote his book. And that's, I don't think it's turning out the way that he planned or hoped. Two, it's obvious that when coming to not only is he not interested, in episode 10, we saw him make it his business to be mean to her. That's what really pissed me off, because it's one thing if, okay, you don't, y'all not working out, y'all not vibing or whatever, but he made it his business to be mean to her. We'll get to that dinner later, and someone in the comments said they don't think they've ever seen me say I don't like somebody. Girl, girl, I cannot stand Akechi. I can't stand him. He's turning, and I'm happy that at least at the end of episode 10, we got to see him say what he really felt. He's projecting, right? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So let's talk about the conversation that they had with Dr. Pia, where Akechi was saying that he felt, well, he didn't say this. Dr. Pia said it and he agreed. But Dr. Pia said that he felt like his consent wasn't being respected or something like that. Something like that. So,
to be fair, if the roles were reversed and Emin was saying she did not want to have sex, she didn't want to be touched, and he was, even though to us, it is just her running up to him and giving him a hug or a kiss. If he don't want to be touched, he don't want to be touched. Yeah. You have to respect that. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't want to sleep with you, he doesn't want to sleep with you. If he doesn't want to kiss you, he doesn't want to kiss you. You cannot put your hand on somebody's private parts, because we learned that in elementary school when I learned my colors. We learned not to put our hands on anybody else's private parts. Yeah. Just because, and Emin's response being, well, he put my hand there before. You said it in your video, Roxiie, consent does not mean forever. It's in that moment. If he don't want to be touched, he don't want to be touched. And I feel like we have to have the same uproar. Yeah. We have to have the same venom for Emin that we would have if the roles were reversed. Keep your damn hands to yourself. He has made it clear he don't want you touching him. Why are you still trying? So I don't understand that.
I think that the situation that happened between MM and Akechi when they were on the bus or whatever during the, the honeymoon, right? And she said she put her hand on his thigh and he moved it and put it on his member, okay? If when they got home, she tried to finish that up, I'm not mad at that, right? Like, oh, let's finish what we started on the bus. I'm not mad at that because he kind of set the tone for the relationship. But baby, the minute that man said, don't touch me anymore, that should have been it. And for me, that's just a pride thing. Like, aside from, like, obviously consent is important, but that's just a pride thing. Like, you're not going to tell me, oh, I can't touch you, and I'm still going to be trying to touch you. Like, no. Oh,
you got one time with me, and I won't touch you never again.
You do not have to worry about me. Don't worry about me, sweetheart. We good over here. Don't you? What I told MM, go get you your little rose, okay, and use it very loudly in the next room, and don't touch that man anymore. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Because, like you said, if it was reversed, and not only with the touching, even with the texting and the calling. And this is why, as much as I feel for MM, I want her to listen to what this man is saying to her and also look at what he's showing her. He's ignoring you. Stop texting him and calling him. Stop trying to reach out to him.
Now you look like exactly what he's saying, that you're overbearing and Because somebody said that he's well endowed. Chloe did a video on that. Go watch Chloe's video.
She did a whole video on that,
Chloe did a whole video on that. So go to Chloe Johnson's page and watch that video.
Yeah. And even if that's the case, like, does he just go grabbing people's hands and putting them on his member? But either way, for MM, I think that, like I said before, if it was flipped, right? If it was a woman and she, I don't know, told a guy, don't touch me, or stop texting me, or she's ignoring him, and he keeps calling her and texting her, it's giving restraining order.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it the same way for MM. And I understand that I feel like out of all the people here, men and women, I feel like MM genuinely came here to be married and for a real relationship. I truly believe that, right?
And she said she's leaving with her husband too.
Listen, in the first episode, she was pissing me off singing that Beyonce song, I'm happy and to see. I was like, girl, the first time it was cute. The second, third time, I was like, okay, girl. But I do feel like she is here to be married. And that's why I feel like she's trying so hard, because she wants it to work. And she probably feels, if I just do this, if I just try harder, then, he'll see how much I care about him. And then that's all he needs. He just needs to see that I truly care about him. But he's not even receiving that,
I get that. But for me, after this episode 10, I'm done, because I have extended as much grace as I can to you, Emmy.
Oh, he did say Michelle Obama, Kelly Rowland and Michelle Obama.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought he said Michelle.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So, just in this past episode 10, he called you a a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, he called you aggressive.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he said that you have violated his consent.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he has said that you're doing too much. I don't know what more he has to say outside of calling you out your name for you to realize he don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Because at some point, and we've gone through this for those of you that have seen him with Chris and Paige, where we're rallying for you and we're riding for you, but then you keep going back to him. You ain't gonna make a fool out of me on my channel. No. Because I'm not gonna get all worked up and feel bad for you and want to root for you and tear him down when you are dealing with it. Yeah. The way that he catchy behaved after the 1 month anniversary lunch, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. After the lunch, when he ignored you and said that he was picking something out of his teeth. What?
He ignored her.
I would have crashed out on him. I would have flipped it. Would have been no more charcuterie. I'd have flipped everything over.
He ignored her when they were in the park doing their little painting, when she asked him if he was actively going to try to work on their relationship, right? He just looked at her.
He was like, I was like, what?
She's like, are you going to answer? He was like, he then ignored her when they went to, what was the second thing they did? No, when they went back home to flip through the book. And he wouldn't sit next to her. Oh my gosh, I can't see this.
He was looking like, I see it. Uh-huh.
And MM was like, are you going to sit next to me? She had to, the way I would have closed that book up and be like, you know what? You're not about to keep playing with me. Like, what the is wrong with you? I would have started ripping pages out the book. I would have started going off, because why are you playing right now? Like, what is it?
That's when you start ripping pages out. You want to see it? Here's your page.
Right.
Because I couldn't have.
Rachel with the Y.
At the vows.
Go on. I'm going to read this comment after.
I was going to say, they're looking at the vows.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells her, your vows don't say you're going to be an a-hole.
Yeah.
My flabber was gasted. I couldn't believe.
And MM just sits there.
The TV.
And she's just like, okay. I'm like, MM. She later cursed him out, but and that's why when he called her aggressive, I'm like, you are a damn liar. Okay. Because we watch MM sit there. I said it multiple times. Like, girl, are you going to say something? Cause she just, okay.
She's scared to say something now because he's called her aggressive before. Mm-hmm. So now she has to swallow it and then go cry in the bathroom. We can still hear you cry, girl. You could have cried on the couch.
Right. But even before he called her aggressive, there were other things that, and we see her try to make a joke out of everything. Remember when they were on their honeymoon and he called her the homie to the other people. And then when he told her, she was like, you called me the homie? That hurt her feelings. That did hurt her feelings, but she made it into a light conversation because she doesn't want to come off as aggressive. She doesn't want to come off as mean or bitchy or whatever. So I know what she was doing, right? She was like, you called me the homie, right? To make it a bit lighter. And he was still like,
that was crazy.
No, I don't want you to focus on that. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be calling your girl the homie. Let me read this comment because it's a good comment. Rachel with a Y. M is an example of what happens when a woman idolizes marriage. You cannot be so desperate for marriage. You take anybody. Now she's begging for a man who wouldn't piss or spit on her if she were on fire. This is true.
Sheesh.
This is true. Akechi is treating MM like trash. And he claims that the shift in the relationship came when he didn't want to sleep with her. I think the shift in the relationship came when he saw that apartment. That's when the shift in the relationship came. And it didn't make it any better when he went to her job and saw her little suite where she be, doing her things.
Imagine being jealous of somebody's air fryer. Just go get a new one. If you think her air fryer is better than yours, just go get a new one.
Yeah, he was like, when he went to her apartment, he's like, oh, your living room is bigger than my whole apartment. And is. Yeah. And MM said, she said that when men have came to her apartment, things have changed. And the same exact thing happened with Akechi. Like, what's she going to have to take him to a storage unit like Carla.
But let's be real about this. She is a nurse practitioner that owns a med spa. How much money do y'all think she has? Like, do people not realize that nurse practitioners are a step below a doctor? What are we talking about?
Yeah. So at the dinner that they had, and also before we even get to the dinner, my issue with Dr. Pia, or that meeting that they had with Akechi and MM, when he said that she made him feel violated, the way that they resolved that conversation with Dr. Pia saying, okay, y'all just need to get to know each other more. I was like, sis, did you hear anything that they just said? He literally will not allow her to ask him any questions. How are they supposed to get to know each other better? That irritated me. I was like, doctor, were you listening to anything that they just said? She can't ask him anything. He shuts down. She's like, let's just get to know each other better. Have a good day. I was like,
let's talk about that.
Uh-huh.
Do you think she's asking too many questions?
No, I don't. I think it's only to a point where she's asking too many questions after he has shown that he's not going to answer any questions and he's not giving any input. Then don't ask him a damn. I wouldn't give a damn what he got going on at that point. But I feel like in the beginning, she's asking logical questions that anyone would ask in a new relationship. That's my opinion.
Do you think they're ill-placed?
What you mean now? Like season 9,
in
10?
Totality.
No,
just in totality.
No, because on the honeymoon, she was asking him like, what do you look for in a wife? What does marriage look like to you?
So I went back and looked at some clips.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Emmett's questions are not conversational. They're valid questions, but they're not conversational. So I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, you have to ask questions. That's how you get to know each other. But we have seen them be in a space where they're sitting back chilling and she's like, so your 5 to 10 year plan. So I have seen her do that. And it's like, yeah, it's a valid question. But I think it's the way that she's coming about it. But he also don't want to talk at all.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to sit in the park and I guess look at the butterflies. And it's like, no, sir. This charcuterie board is not going to eat itself in silence. We're going to talk over these olives and sun-dried tomatoes. And I think that Ikechi he doesn't like her. And when you don't like somebody, you don't want to talk to that person. You don't want to be bothered with that person. But I do think that a lot of Emmett's questions are not conversational. It doesn't excuse how he's treating her, but her questions they're not conversational.
Right. So I think her questions are, but let me read this first. So EB says, Tammy, I don't think she kept touching him. She stated she asked why not. And I think you said this in your video. I think that you said that you don't see you don't see Akechi coming home from work and is just trying to like pull his pants down and like, you said that,
No,
right?
I don't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's what's happening either. I feel like she tried to act on it maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times after he said no, which to me is a big no-no. Whether it's whoever's doing it, to me that's a big no-no. Like if someone tells you like, yo, I don't want to do this, I don't want to, just stop. Just stop.
And that's the issue. If he made it clear that he does not want to be touched, and you're saying that, and I get it, like physical touch is some people's love language. Mm-hmm. And if that is not his, but it's hers, it's going to be a disconnect. So even if she just considers a hug as okay, if he is saying, I don't want to be touched, then damn it, don't touch hers. Mm-hmm. And I think that because to her, that's how she shows love. It's not computing, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And because he doesn't like her, it is making it even worse for him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, because I know people are going to, Tammy said, no, I'm not saying that it excuses anything he's saying, but I can see where he's coming from, but his reaction and his execution are horrific.
Yeah. And it's actually quite possible, like you said, that could just be like touching his shoulder, or like when she walks past him, like, you know, just little light touches, and he's taking that as a violation, because maybe in her mind she's like, okay, he doesn't want to sleep with me, but maybe he doesn't want to sleep with me. Okay, I won't try to initiate that. I won't touch his junk, but maybe a touch on the back is okay, or a touch on his ear or something. Maybe she sees that as something different. And I don't know if they've had a conversation where he was like, don't touch me at all, like at all. Or if he was just like, you know, I don't want to try to sleep with you. Because some people also think because you hug them or because you hold their hand or that you want to sleep with them. Okay. So we don't know if that's what he's thinking as well. So I wish that was something that Dr. Pia dug deeper into so that they can leave that conversation. They should have left single, but at least they could leave that conversation with a clear understanding on what's okay and what's not okay. But that's not what happened. So
it's not.
That's not what happened. Let's see. Last name first says, but the question is also, was he clear? Akechi speaks in riddles, right? Was he like, you know, if we playing a basketball game and the score is this, and always speaking in riddles and foolishness. Akechi speaks in riddles. I wonder how he communicated that he wasn't interested in sex. Exactly what we just said.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right. Elon says, I have empathy for She signed up for this show and really wanted to be married. She probably also has a producer in her ear. Yeah, I wonder if production is telling them, like, in addition to the experts, if production is also telling them to stay in the situation. Because we saw when Akechi stormed off, production was like, hey, where you going? Why you leaving? Like, you know, trying to talk him, I guess, off the ledge to come back to the dinner. So. Yeah,
they also get fined if they leave early. So if you come in like episode 5, you're like, I don't want to do this. Today is my decision day. They get a fine, and like it's a hefty fine.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, let me see. Becoming says, I understand he came on the show to sell his book, but did he think his portrayal on the show was good to promo? Was good to I get what you're saying. Right. Why would you come? Like, I don't understand. Like, even if his goal was just to sell the book, why not come on the show and just fake it? Just fake it. Be the sweetest guy that you could possibly be. Sell your book and then break up with her after. But to come on the show and be an a-hole the entire time, not very good marketing, Akechi. That was kind of stupid.
It's given that it's a hate book. It's given that it's a hate book. It went from letters to my future wife, and it's like, okay, like, who you talking to now it's like, who you talking to? So like, what is in the book?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, he called her that. Let's get to that dinner.
Let's talk about the dinner.
So, all right. So Akechi, first of all, I really love how everyone was so happy when David came in. And when Akechi came in, it was like, Allan shaded the shit out of Akechi on that party bus when he did his little toast. And he was like, toast to everyone, toast to David in his absence. And that's it. I was like, ooh, Allan. I think he had a little to drink before the before they got to dinner, because Allan was turned up all night.
He was a little saucy. Allan might be a little lick. I got to watch him even more now.
So
he is.
So they they go to the dinner, and obviously we all saw the show. Is telling, briefing everyone on what happened. She hasn't spoken to him in a couple days. He just came by to pick his shoes up and said hi, and then he left, and she's been texting and calling, and the first thing I said is, why are you still texting and calling him? I know we love we feel for but I still need her to see her part in the situation. Stop texting and calling this man. Like I said, just out of pride, stop calling and texting him. Just stop trying to reach out to him.
That was a good number of texts within a day.
Yeah, she was back to back with no response. I was like, no.
And saying the same thing. So, I mean, I hope you're okay. And I don't care how you're doing right now.
Yeah.
To be real. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, we got 533 people in the chat, but only 268 likes. Not y'all acting like it catchy. Hit like, please. Hit the like button, please. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny Hall, for the reminder. Hit like. Come on now. Okay. So they did the party bus, and they showed up to dinner or whatever. Like I said before, was telling them what happened. Baby, the way Juan was pissing me off, talking about, so is there no more hope for the relationship? And Juan pissed me off with that question, and pissed me off even more when she responded, I don't know. I was like, girl, what? What don't you know?
You ain't got but one time to call me an a-hole. I'm sorry. Especially if I'm not acting like one. If I'm acting like one at that time, okay, I guess I'll eat it. But she wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I can't take the thirst of it all.
Yes, he was really jealous of her karaoke machine. He did. He was like, oh, you got a karaoke machine? He was so mad. He is so mad. You know what he is lying? Someone said, I think he's lying about MM's shift because he is the one who shifted. Yeah, he is the one who shifted.
Yeah.
What he's definitely lying about. Oh my God, I totally lost my train of thought. Damn, and it was good too. It's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me.
Okay.
Shayna says maybe he'd oh my gosh, maybe he'd have a better job if he stopped moving state to state to be on TV.
I mean,
right. Valid. That is so valid. Akechi is too much of an introvert and is an extrovert. It's like where did it go? It's like apples to oranges. Not only, I don't think so. I don't think that's it. Go on, Tam.
Hey, Celeste. No. This is my thing, and I literally because I just had this conversation with my brother, and we were talking about how introvert gets used so wrong. An introvert is not gonna come on a TV show to get married.
Add that to your word of the day.
We will. We'll put it on the sticky. Because an introvert is not going to they're not going to expose themselves in that way.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's an introvert. Because I just feel like an introvert is not going to go on a show that millions of people watch that then goes to Netflix to have their life exposed. Like,
Right.
these people are very, very exposed. I don't think he's an introvert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think he's an introvert either. He literally chased
No.
this show to be on TV. I don't think an introvert would do that. He's just mean.
He's a stupid vert, is what he
Yeah.
is. That's what he is.
That's
He's a
exactly what he
stupid vert.
is. Car 03 says some men are just turned off when the woman is the sexual aggressor. That's true. That's true.
And, you know, people have different levels of what they
Right.
consider aggressive. So, yeah.
Mhm. I don't think Ike has really made it clear because even in that honey pack scene, and was it a honey pack for real though? Because I
don't
keep
think
calling it a honey
anybody
pack. But I don't know.
knows.
Hopefully,
Nobody knows.
this show has a reunion, right? Do they have reunions?
Oh, they have a reunion. It's like
Oh.
2 parts, 2 or 3
Well, I
parts.
hope they ask that because I need to know. Anyway, Ike played it off. Ike played it off and said his mama was yes. Emmett was trying to get up on him, and that's why I want to see from there if he put her hand on him on the bus on the way there. Okay, so she was like, "Ooh, we about to do something. Let me drink my little honey pack." And then she tried to get up on him in the bed, and he was like, "No, baby." From there, From
That's
there,
it.
it should have been a done deal, sis. Before y'all even left the honeymoon.
Girl, you had to be the big spoon. Like, what?
Yes,
No.
big spoon in every night. Big spoon energy. No, No. No. All right, let me try to breeze through some of these comments. Someone said, Akechi is the haiku speaking king and I hate it. Yeah. He speaks
We
in
all do.
riddles. He speaks in riddles, even from the very beginning. Like he just talks in riddles. He's not straightforward. And I feel honestly, remember when you just now said that the way that asks questions, maybe they're not conversational. Maybe that is because she's tried to ask questions in different ways and he will respond like, she'll be like, do you like me? And he'll be like, the sun and the stars. Does the sun like the stars? Is the moon in the sky? So she now has to ask questions
That's
more
true.
directly, and he doesn't like that. But it's not only he doesn't like when anyone asks him questions. When Miss Claire
No.
Huxtable was asking him questions, he didn't like it. When Rafu was asking him questions, he didn't like it. Low key, when Dr. Pia was asking him questions, he didn't like it.
right.
So it's like
He jacked out at Michelle a little bit. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't like
Allan,
being asked questions.
at the dinner, first of all, Allan was like, why are you late? And does it like, why were you late? What were you doing? And does it permit you being late? I was like,
Allan, you
Allan.
messing up the flow. We about to get to the entrees. Like,
I was like, Allan, you know what? This is the energy that Madison needs you to have, okay? Because when you with Madison, you like, oh, I like, okay, what do you want to do? I like that. But when you in front of Akechi, he was like, what you was doing? Why you late? I said, okay.
got a little bass in his voice. I
I
said,
said,
"Ooh,
okay.
Allan."
Yeah. So, I mean, what else? Okay. So during that dinner scene, what I really didn't like, I understand blowing up eventually because it was just so much, but that is exactly what Akechi wanted. That's what he's been, all of these episodes, all of these scenes, that's what he's been working on to get out of her.
Yeah.
And I understand her blowing up, but I feel like this could have been avoided if she had just paid him dust like episodes ago. But that blow up is exactly what he wanted, because when I saw him sitting there and he was looking at the guys and the ladies ran off to the bathroom and he was like, see,
That's what I've been dealing with, y'all.
that's
Because I turn around and another thing. Yeah,
I hated that he got that moment. I hated that.
Yeah.
I hated that for her. Yeah. Let me see. He is definitely not an introvert.
He's not an introvert.
Yeah. Did someone call an aggressive grabber? I'm done.
I mean, I don't think she's aggressive, but again, aggression is different depending on the person. So
Jay says Akechi has been projecting how he feels about himself and how he was acting towards Plus he's jealous of her success. Oh, for sure. For sure. So, okay.
and
So
he's supposed to be working with kids. That's not fulfilling enough. Damn. Like,
but remember, before he even went to MM's apartment, remember when they were on their honeymoon, he was like, you know, I live a very meager life. Remember? Now I'm remembering what he was saying. He was like, oh, I live a very meager life and I don't want to be embarrassed or whatever the hell he was saying. He was prepping MM for his apartment or his living situation. So I didn't know if he was joking at the time, but clearly, and I don't think that his apartment, he lives in a high rise. It's a 1-bedroom. He's a bachelor, whatever, right?
It didn't look bad at all.
It didn't look bad to me, but you can tell that he wasn't joking and he's definitely insecure about his living situation. Yeah. So when he went to MM's apartment, he probably left that apartment like feeling like shit. And that is not MM's fault. No, but he's trying to put it on MM. So, yeah. Yes, Allan and Carla were MM's true allies in this episode. And Camille, too. Mm-hmm. I feel like Camille was trying to, like, really hold it down because I know she wanted to curse Akechi out. I know she did. Does the sun like the stars? Does the rainbow shine through the clouds? Yes, that's the BS that's the BS that he be talking about. Yes, reactive ABUSE. And that's why I said in my video, if you are speaking to someone or you just started dating someone and you ask them what happened to their ex, what happened like between them and their ex, and like, oh, she just crazy. Oh, she just started going crazy. Mm-hmm. A lot of times she went crazy on your ass after not going crazy on your ass multiple times for years, right? Just like we saw it with MM, it was in a shorter space of time, but that's what happens a lot. Now, I'm not saying that some people ain't just crazy. I'm not saying that, but we saw what happened in this situation. And if this was I was going to say if this was a real relationship, they are married, right? But if this was a regular situation, Akechi would leave this relationship and say that MM is crazy. As if he played no part in her blowing up on him like that. Like I was just, you know, reading her letters from my book and she just started wilding out on me. That's the story that he would tell. That's the story that he would tell. Oh, we got a super chat. Let me read this one. Thank you, Empress Horton. I said $5.99. $5. I think she blew up because he was talking about her. Oh, where'd it go? Because he was talking about her like she wasn't there, but all the guys clocked him except for Juan. Did they clock him? I feel like Allan was the only one who like clocked him kind of to his face. David,
but I give David a pass because David wasn't on the bus to know what happened. So for all David knew, they had arrived together. They had come together.
Oh, that makes sense.
David came in after, so.
Yeah. What I didn't
like. But David was like, chill, y'all, because, whoa. Yeah. You could tell David didn't want it to escalate.
Yeah, he clearly didn't want them to have that conversation. But what I didn't like was that David waited until Akechi left. And we'll talk about how he left too. He waited until Akechi left to say, oh, I didn't like how he was speaking to you. Man to man, you should have said that to Akechi. Like the same way that he told everyone at the table to chill out, like they don't want to talk about this. He should have said to Akechi in his face, the way that you're speaking to MM is unacceptable. So he said it to MM though. He should have said it to Akechi. Let's see what else. So, all right, we saw what I did like also in this scene. I loved how the ladies did just rally around MM during that time because they saw how upset she was. I really loved that.
Michelle.
Did Michelle not go? Michelle didn't go in the bathroom?
She did, but she was like, I don't know why you're so upset. And it's like, Michelle, just because you don't like your husband don't mean that she's not supposed to be upset about hers.
Oh, I didn't even like catch that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's when Emin was like, I came for a marriage. Yeah. And Michelle was like, oh, okay. Because you didn't come for one.
Yeah. CHRX, I'm not even going to try it. But they said, I don't think she likes them as much as everyone is saying. I can't see. Everyone is saying that she is probably just pushing through because of the show, because she was irritated at the anniversary. I think that I don't know if here, actually, yeah. I don't know if genuinely likes Akechi. I don't see how she can. I think she just wants to be married.
She doesn't want to seem like a failure because she came onto the show. Her mother didn't agree with it. Her family didn't agree with it. So it has to work. Yeah. It has to work. So now I've come on the show. I've bared my soul. I don't want to get embarrassed. On top of that, I have a very public business.
Yeah. Great comment. Thank you. Yeah, because now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if she actually likes Akechi. She just likes the idea of being married. And like you said, she doesn't want to fail. She doesn't want it to fail. So she's putting her all into someone who doesn't like her, into someone who she might not like either. So this comment said, did Madison call Akechi a con artist, or did I imagine that? She did. In her confessional with Allan. Yeah, she said he's a con artist. Let me try to scroll. Yeah. EB2406 says M is not accustomed to failing. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. Yeah, so I don't even know if it's that she has not even a love, but I don't know if because I think it's quite impossible for her to like Akechi. All she knows is that that's my husband and that's who I'm supposed to be with, and this experience has to be successful whether he treats me like crap or not. So I think that's why she's going so hard. So
she might be physically attracted to him though.
Okay.
She honestly might just be, but there's no way you're attracted to his personality. Like there's no way.
Yeah, he's so like there's nothing likable about him, and it's not like, some people say, "Oh, I fell in love with who they were at the beginning." Y'all beginning was like 3 days. So, I feel like whatever you had, it should be very easy to fall out of that. Very easy. So, yeah. All right. Do we think that they're going to stay together? Let's place bets on what episode they'll be broken up by.
You know what? Watch them be the couple that makes it to the wedding day.
I would be so mad.
Through decision day. And then by the reunion, they're like, yeah, it just didn't work. Yeah, of course it didn't.
But what truly pissed me off was seeing those previews, and had her booty on that couch with Akechi talking to him. And I feel like she was saying like, oh, I was trying to ask you questions or whatever. And he's like, oh, you just jumped right into that shit. And she's sitting there with the same face. Like, I was like, sis, why are you on that couch? Why are you on that couch? And in the previous episode, she said, he wanted to be with a dumb girl, right? But he got me, and I'm smart and I'm educated. And I said, girl, I better not see you with your master's degree and your business sitting on that couch speaking to him next episode. And the previews was like, oh, hold my beer. She gonna be right back there with him. And I don't understand it.
And that's crazy, because if you feel that he wanted to be with a bimbo or a dumb woman or whatever the case, why do you want to even stay with him then?
Right.
Why would you want to? Don't get me mad, Emmy. But I told you, episode 10, that was it. My grace ended right there.
I said the same thing.
Whatever he says to her in episode 11, I'm going to be sitting back like, oh, what? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she was so open to the experience that she wanted to make sure she tried everything before giving up the experiment. And I see that too. Like, I feel like she really, really wants this to work. But at some point, you got to take a look in the mirror and be like, is this what we about to do?
At some point.
Yeah. Harris says, I can only blame Akechi so much. At a certain point, she needs to separate herself. Yes. We agree. We agree. All right. So now we got some questions. I mean, I feel like some of them we kind of like discussed already, but all right.
We can still do it though.
First question.
Take the comment off the screen, Roxie. Hit X the comment off.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So for those of y'all who saw the preview and y'all saw Madison opening her mouth and being fed whatever this is, and she said that the physical connection is there, who do we think was feeding Madison? Okay. Was it A, David? Was it B, Allan? Was it C, Juan, or was it D, Pastor Cal? Who do we think? Who do we think it was?
Whose fat hand is that?
Who
Whose fat
is
hand
that?
is that?
Feeding her, and she was eating it. If you didn't see the clip, she was opening her mouth very slowly and sensually. Okay,
It was. It was like, oh, girl.
I was like, are we supposed to be seeing this? Okay,
We were
so y'all
intruding. Ooh.
put your votes in.
Everybody's saying David. Somebody said Jonathan.
A David. We think, I mean, who do you think it was, Tam?
So, okay. I want to say David, but I feel like that's too obvious. So I'm going to say it's Juan. I'm going to say it's Juan.
Mal said David with his big ass hands. Holly says David. David. It does look like David's fingers.
It does. It got a little melanin in it, but I wanted. Juan got a little melanin too. I want it to be Juan's.
See, Lady for Life thinks it's Pastor Cal, so we got one vote
So does
for Pastor.
Chloe.
Chloe said Pastor Cal for sure. See, Juan. I don't know. Juan don't give me. Remember when Juan and Carla were on the honeymoon and she was like, can you stir my coffee? I was like, girl, you do.
Juan was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that's where Juan was like, nah, she got me effed up, okay? But I don't see Juan like serving. We got a couple people saying Juan. We got
Somebody
a couple.
said Allan. Okay, it's not Allan, y'all.
I wonder.
It ain't
Imagine Allan. I don't think it's Allan. Like, she wouldn't even give him a peck on the lips. I don't think that she would like slowly open up her mouth for some ice cream from Allan. Kia says, I think they want us to think it's David. And that's why Tammy's not picking David, because it's too obvious. Yeah. Oh, not easily swayed says, I think another man from her past. Maybe. Kathy R says, that's possible.
A new character has entered
Ooh, imagine.
the chat.
Have they ever done that? No.
No.
Oh, I was about to say. Okay. Kathy says David's meaty fingers. Right. Juan barely opens doors, much less for feeding people. Exactly. Like, okay. Someone say, y'all know damn well that's not Juan. Okay. Next question. Let me remove the comments. So who was proposing to MM? At the end of the episode in the previews, we see MM and she's all smiling and someone is saying, will you marry me? Now we know how editing is and stuff, but it might be an actual proposal. So was it A, Allan, B, Akechi, C, David, or what's D? I can't even see. Or D, Juan?
I'm going to say Akechi.
Ew, I hope not. I can't stand Akechi. Chloe says, I think David, but the preview makes me think it's Juan. I've never even thought. I think that's
the last question.
No, yeah. I've never even visualized Juan and Madison together. But Holly says it's Dr. Pepper. I'm done with Holly.
Holly, I'm going to say it's Akechi, and I'm saying that because I feel like it's probably some like exercise they had to do.
Oh, I don't think did I answer? I didn't answer the last one. I think that it's David. I didn't think I gave my answer.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. What did you say for this one? I'm sorry.
I think it's Akechi, and I think it's going to be because the experts made them do like some type of activity or something together.
That's
possible. The reason they didn't want to show their little black hand. That's why, because they knew we would know.
They not fooling me. It's itchy and scratchy on them ashy knees. You know what? I can't. After let me see. None. Mal says none. I think I wouldn't. Okay. So also in the preview, we saw Allan and MM hugging. She was crying and Allan was consoling her. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Allan, but I wouldn't think that it's an actual proposal. I would think that it's more like some type of play, something, and you know, they're trying to get us hype. But I don't even think Akechi would play with MM like that at this point, unless, like true. You said, it was something that the experts made him do. I don't see Akechi even trying to play with with on some.
That's true.
On some, would you marry me? He wouldn't even sit next to her to go through the damn book. He ain't gonna get on his knee.
He won't sit next to that.
Right, exactly. So let me see. I think it's someone, let me make sure that I'm in the right comments. I think it's someone that wasn't on the show based on what I heard. Maybe they're talking about Madison and Madison eating the stuff.
Erica, I know that ain't no spoiler.
Yeah, I'm not even putting. I think I see something that's a spoiler, so I'm not gonna put it on the screen. Tammy's right. It's likely a game. B, Akechi pretending to try. That's possible. Ketchup can't get on them knees for His cankle's too tight.
People
in your
keep
video
saying
when
he
you
got
said his pants is too tight. Love you too. Okay, Evie says Allan asked if she wanted a hug during the dinner. He was down with the swirling fingers. Crossing fingers? Swirling fingers? I wonder if they mean that Allan is into black women by swirling. Is that what they're talking about? Which I think
Allan
too,
needs
because
to be with a black woman.
He makes a lot of references.
Yes.
He makes like a lot of hip hop music references, and I'm not saying that all black people listen to hip hop or whatever, but y'all know what I'm saying. He makes a lot of
some of his references.
Some of his references, I was like, oh, Allan, what you know about that? Like some of his references, I was like, oh, okay. So I wouldn't be surprised. And Allan, and actually, now that we think about it, the energy that Allan was giving Akechi at the dinner. Hold up.
Get into it.
Hold up. The energy that Allan was giving Akechi at the dinner was like, why you disrespecting my boo?
Yes.
Okay, my answer might be A. I don't think that he's proposing for real though.
That's your answer changed.
My answer, what was it before? I don't even know. Someone said no one unless they're role playing so they could use it for previews. Yeah.
I can see that too.
Yeah. All right, we got one more question.
Oh.
Okay. So we kind of touched on this already, but it's who will cheat with who. So as we know, there's this big scandal that's supposed to be coming out where someone's husband is going to be messing with someone's wife on this show. Who do y'all think it is? Do you think that the couple is going to be Allan and Michelle, David and Michelle,
Nobody want her.
David and Madison, and Allan, or Carla and David?
Ooh.
Who do y'all think is
Carla and David could work. Ooh. I am going to say C.
and Allan. Yeah.
Yes.
and Allan. Let me see. I think these comments might be from the last one. So y'all think Allan was left by, don't say that. Mind you, I watched the show only through y'all's review and online picks. I think it's Cankles down there. Are they talking about the last post? Y'all know I don't like to talk about people's face.
No, they keep talking. They keep saying that he got real thick.
When did he show his ankles?
Ikechi always got them ankles out. Always. He don't never wear a full pant.
I'm done. Tiny says, I told y'all Allan dissed Akechi during that toast for a reason. Yeah, he did. I don't
Tiny, you got me thinking something. You do. And I think Allan and Emin would be very cute together.
I do. Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited for MM. And then imagine if then Akechi starts like, oh, that's my girl. Boy, if you don't get the out of here. All right. Clearly David and Madison. Wouldn't it be funny if MM and Allan was the marriage swap? I would like that. I would like that a lot.
I don't want it to be David and Madison because it's too obvious. Mm-hmm. It's not fun.
Yeah. I would really like that. B, we got a B for David and Madison. We got a C for and Allan. We got an E for Juan and Madison. Juan. Okay, I'm like E. I didn't put no E's up here. Juan and Madison. I don't know. I don't see that. Do you see Juan and Madison?
Could be Juan's hand.
It could be.
It could be Juan's hand feeding her.
It could be. Someone said A
I
and
want
B.
Allan to find him somebody, though.
See, I think that Allan is going to be upset about something because the way he was punching them cabinets and he was like, oh, I'm so disgusted. That's why I feel like Madison is going to do something. And because Michelle got that text message from David talking about, I want to eat you, and she knows that was not for her. That's why I feel like it's David and Madison. And then maybe when Allan was saying that he wants to act on his urges, I hope I'm not using the wrong word. Maybe after he finds out that Madison is messing with David, he's like, well, let me go and get my girl M.
I would love if David and Emin got together. I do, because I think that if David and Emin got together, I would love it. But see, she ain't got blonde hair.
David and MM. Oh, yeah. I feel
she
like
can go get a 613 unit real quick if she wanted to, and then it would be okay.
Hello. Yes. Allan was hot in the previews. Allan was hot.
He was.
I think it's Juan and Madison. She likes pretty boys and he likes white girls. Juan and Madison. Yeah. And Juan is pretty. Juan looks like a little Ken Barbie to me. Like the jaw and the eyes. We not going to do that. Girl,
so he turned around and that sunroof is open.
I'm done. Leave Jonathan alone. Leave Jonathan alone. He be stressed out. He work. He got like 5 jobs. Gosh, Tammy.
That sunroof. Juan is he's beautiful though. Him and Carla look good together. They're just not gonna work.
Juan is very pretty. Preview shows Michelle mad about something. David and Madison, yes. Control and Madison for sure.
Mm-hmm.
David and Madison.
Control.
C, MM and Allan. Kate asks, Tammy, how will Carla and David work? Is it because a basement is basically a storage unit? Kate.
You're so shady.
I'm done. Carla and David would be interesting. Since Carla doesn't think money is real, she won't mind the basement. She can burn sage down there.
Honestly and truly, I don't think that Carla would mind the basement.
I don't. I feel like she would go in there and she would be like, yeah, she would just be happy to be there. Because why? I mean, you can't be picky when you hello. She better be happy to be there.
And Juan told her she can't change nothing in his apartment, so maybe David will let her do a little something over there.
Sure did. MM and Allan would be gold. I think Allan got cheated on based on his reaction in the kitchen. Plus, Michelle and David sexted by accident. Yeah, I definitely think that David texted the wrong person. It's definitely B. They've been on each other since day one. Gym buddies. I like MM and Allan together. I really do too. Would they be playing around in front of the camera? Probably. Just so that we could be talking about it like we are and guessing like we are now. Juan would like a go-getter, self-sufficient type like Madison, but he ain't her type. I hope it's MM and Allan. My 2 favorite YouTubers. Oh, I'm talking Married at First Sight. Just what I needed after a bad date night. Oh, not a bad date night.
No.
Well, what I be saying, rejection is protection. Okay, so at least you found. Well, hopefully this was just the first date. Not me being in your business. Hopefully it was the first date and you knocked that out the way quick. Okay. Hopefully it's not like Allan said urges. Yes, he did say urges. Someone said no. I don't know. Y'all know Allan said he had been acting on his urges and his impulses. Yeah, I want to know what that is.
Who you urging for?
Allan. The M name's messed up. David, big old fingers while texting and not 613. Yeah, his big old fingers. He probably texted the wrong person. Yeah. Juan wants a working woman. Juan looks like Aladdin. He does. Juan is pretty. He's lashes beautiful. And everything. Jay, I'm not playing with you, Jay. I mean, Michelle. I meant Michelle. Okay. Let's see. not David and Juan. Listen, I will say this about David and Juan. I was heated at the fact that Juan was able to recognize that David was sad and David needed some quality time, right, on the honeymoon. And he couldn't recognize that in Carla. That pissed me off.
He recognized it in Carla. He didn't care.
Right. Well, he cared about David. He didn't care about Carla. I don't like that. And then he doesn't compliment Carla, but when Chris, who everybody hates Chris, one of Carla's friends came over at the toga party, he was like, "Oh, I love your toga outfit." I'm like, I bet you didn't compliment Carla. Like, I don't like that.
That was a little.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. That was
Michelle would be mad if the text was for her. She would be. She'd be like, "Why are you texting me?" She would be pissed off. She would be so mad. Juan ain't cute to me. I'm sorry. Carla wants a provider, and that ain't David. Also, they're both bumps. See, we don't know what David's situation is. I wish he would just like open his apps up and just show her so he could be
Put
like,
it on the screen.
Big mistake. Carla says she didn't need a mansion. She did. Juan always complaining, best friend, but always complimenting. Look at me. Best friend, but not his wife, because is why he always hanging with his best friend. Yeah, I don't like that he doesn't compliment Carla. And he knows that Carla likes compliments. And he's just like, no, I'm not giving you any compliments. Nope. They better reveal it in the next episode. I think they might drag it. They're going to drag it for a little bit.
Oh, they're definitely going to drag it because that group of previews was for the rest of the season. That wasn't next week's preview.
Right, yeah. So they like, no, y'all going to sit y'all asses down and watch this show. So Erica
They're
says,
going to watch it.
Right. Tammy, is there a couples retreat soon? At some point, they do couples retreats? Not
They
this
do.
live being
So-
2.5 hours. Oh my gosh. We've been talking. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's late. Thank you for being here so late. Oh, I didn't realize it was so late. Hit the like button, y'all. Thank you so much.
Hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to Roxiie
And
for
I
doing
put
all the
Tammy's-
amazing graphics.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, hit subscribe. It took so long. It took me 10 days. So hit subscribe, okay? This took me 10 days to make. So if it's worth anything, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much. What were you saying? I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, couples retreat.
So what they do is the episode before decision day, all the couples go together on a vacation.
Ooh, really?
For like...
Oh, I'm excited.
It's like a weekend. But yeah, they all go to like a big house, Airbnb somewhere.
Oh.
And then...
How
goes crazy.
Horrible
like,
is that gonna be? Oh, that's gonna be
awful.
So bad.
It is. Yes.
I'm
and
so
with
excited.
this group and with somebody gonna be cheating too, this gonna be good.
I don't think that it's gonna be Juan, because in the preview we did say Carla saying she doesn't feel comfortable being around a woman who would overstep that boundary. And I think if it was something that Juan did, she would have said Juan, right? So, yeah. Oh, that's. Oh, I'm excited for that. Juan has no empathy for She and Carla have something in common. Juan and David deserve each other.
Who has something in common? Juan
has no empathy for She and Carla have something in common.
What do Emmett and Carla have in common?
Juan has no empathy for She and Carla have something like who? Emmett?
I think they're saying that Emmett and Carla
have
that
something in
Emmett
common.
and Carla have something in common. What
Explain,
do they have in
EB. I don't understand. I don't get it. What if David didn't text her on accident? What if he's acting like it was an accident to show Michelle that he has options?
Then that's stupid.
That would be dumb.
Just leave her.
Right. That would be dumb because Michelle wouldn't care. She don't like you. That things like that only work if the person actually like wants you, in my opinion. Third and last date. You two already make you mine. Third and last date.
I know that's right. Cut him off.
Period. Third and last. Okay. Yeah. He ain't call you an a-hole, right? He better not have. He, she, whoever, anybody. Okay. Jay is just laughing. Let's see. You're welcome. I'm glad y'all love the graphics. It takes a lot of time, but I love like setting up these shows and these videos for y'all. I really do, because y'all appreciate it. So.
It's fun doing graphics.
It is fun. I wanted to add a lot more, but then it would have taken me 11 days, and like that's way too much. So, okay. Let's see. What is this? At least you won't waste any more time. Yeah, like show some love to the Minority Leaders podcast. Okay, she said 3 dates and that's it. She not gonna be big spooning someone who talking about my mom about to watch this show. She said no, I'm not big spooning you. Okay, thanks for all the effort. You're welcome. Jay says yes, I'm in bed trying to comment. It's gonna be a spicy season. It is, and this is like some of you know, this is my first season watching it, and I have been enjoying it thoroughly. Y'all's comments have been cracking me up. The reviews have been cracking me up. Let's see. Oh, let's try to move this up. Roxiie, I forgot. This is your first math season. I'm old here and watched since season 1. It's gotten really crazy. And even when I was going to review this show, I know a lot of people were like, oh, I don't watch the show anymore. It got bad or whatever. And I know that you've been watching and reviewing. And I'm so happy that that y'all convinced me to do the show, because it's so good. I've been enjoying it. And also, we both know that a lot of people don't watch the show. They only watch our reviews. And I think that's really dope too. That's love. That's love. And that shows that, you know, we do a great job at reviewing these shows to where y'all at least trust our judgment enough to where you don't feel like you have to watch the show.
I don't know why y'all be trusting my judgment.
Kathy says more than 2.5 hours and I'm hungry, but I'm not moving. We're about to be out of here. Okay. We're about to be out of here.
Roxiie said go eat because it's done.
Go eat. We about to be out of here. This is the last slide. I'm just trying to get through all the comments. Allan and Carla have husbands who don't like them. Oh, that's what okay. Thanks for clarifying. If that's what they meant. They're men. They're insensitive. Okay, look at us. Everyone got it. And we're sitting here like, what? What did you mean? Juan is just has red pill fraternity brother mentality, meaning he's only going to side with his bros. Not I can see, you know what? That's a good point, because even at the dinner table, Juan was still like, oh, you both have been pointing the finger at each other. And I'm like, and I'm happy that M checked him and was like, no, it's not a two-way street. It's him who's been like calling me names and this and the third. Yeah. Good comment.
Because she hasn't said anything to him. I'd have been called him a broke ass bum. He'd have been heard something from me. Emma's better than me.
Their men don't have empathy. Maybe that's what they're saying. M and Carla are brown women. Was this the original commenter? I can't remember.
Oh, yes, that is.
Okay.
That is the original commenter. Okay, if that makes sense.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I want more of MM with quips like Joker ass suit. Yeah, that was funny. That tickled me. I had to find and watch her say it over and over at the retreat, but I want her to be laughing while she roasts him. Yeah, we want her laughing and roasting him, not crying, but I understand.
Not crying.
Why she was.
Yeah.
Carla and MM are both not white. Why didn't we pick up on that? Like, it's late, y'all. It's late, y'all. Everyone is like, hello, like. That's
we were
what
like,
meant.
wait, what?
We were, and I read that comment like 3 times. I was lost. Not my 2 favorite people on live. Hey, maybe they're saying that
Tracy.
Juan doesn't have empathy for either of them. That retreat is going to be when shit hits the fan. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, stuff always goes down at the retreats. It is, yeah.
I'm excited. Okay, are we almost? Oh, okay, we're almost.
No, because every time you read a comment more, I'm like watching the screen move up.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we confirmed that the graphics are appreciated. Thank you so much. It's my first season too, and I like it so far. I'd watched the review before the show. Last season was horrible. Yeah, I couldn't. I tried. I don't watch the show, but I've been loving our reviews. And if you are not subscribed to Tammy Talks, make sure you go watch her video. See, the way that her videos be cracking me up, especially that last review, I had to stop myself from commenting like every 5 every 2 minutes because the way she was going in on everybody. Go watch Tammy's video and make sure you subscribe to her channel as well. Okay. It's a slow burn. Oh no, sis, is this live safe? Yep, it's gonna stay up. I hope so. If it's not up, it's because Tammy didn't show me the right way to set up my live.
Oh my
So,
God.
because I'm new to this. She be going live all the time. If it's not up,
It'll be saved. It'll be saved.
I can't even see which way I am. Okay. I think my favorite quote is you acting like a clown, you're gonna get a circus. Yeah, she read him with that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The retreat. Okay. The retreat is when Hurricane K was born. Now I know who this is because Tammy, was it Tammy, E, and Chloe? I don't know if all three of y'all, but y'all sent, they let me know who Hurricane K was. They sent me clips.
That was the retreat.
I know who that is. Okay. I know who that person is. One thing that has changed is a lot of the experts seem less involved and production seems to be taking over the drama factor. Yeah, I'm wondering as a new viewer, what is the point of the experts if I don't think that they're experting very much? So I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Well, production picks the couples.
Thanks, Tiny. Okay.
Production is picking these couples. I don't think that the experts are honestly doing it. I think the experts are justifying why they put people together.
Mm-hmm. I just noticed that Thomas didn't say a word. I don't know what he was talking about.
At the dinner, he knew better.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think y'all told me about this season as well. Y'all been cracking me up since the ultimatum and Love is Blind. Yay. Tammy talks. I need some more. I know you effing lying. It's about to be 11 o'clock.
Oh, I know you effing lying.
Roxiie, YouTube been boring without your reviews. Oh, well, when my videos are always going to be a little bit late. But you can always watch Tammy's. I'm trying to get out of that for the new year. I'm trying to make my videos faster. Okay, that's one of my New Year's resolutions. So y'all don't come cursing me out talking about where's the video, Roxiie, but y'all can help hold me accountable in a nice, kind way. My favorite moment watching Tammy is when she was doing a live and someone made her laugh for a minute straight and then continued to do the rest of the live. She has an infectious laugh. She does.
Ooh, I don't know what you're talking about. I want to go watch it.
Thomas asked Ike to clarify his gripes at the dinner. Oh, did he? Oh, okay. And in my video, I said that the reason why Akechi, all he can say is I don't have peace in my home is because he literally can't say she's asking me questions and I don't like that. He can't say that because if they asked him for an example of the questions that she's asking, everyone at that table would be like, what's wrong with that? Like that's those are the questions that we're asking each other. So he couldn't say that. People's true colors get activated at the retreat. Can someone drop the link to Tammy's page? I think I put it in my description. But if not, you can go to my community tab, or wouldn't they just be able to click your name in the title of the video?
They should be able to. I can put it. I didn't want to be a weirdo. I can put it. How do you put your name in here?
And where? Oh, like
in the chat.
In the chat?
Do I have to like type out YouTube?
Oh my Girl, I don't know. I wonder if I can.
Where are your moderators? Oh, I'm the moderator.
Where's Monique?
Oh my God. I'm the moderator. Okay, I got it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, let me see. Tammy is always keeping it real, baby, all the time. No, I think Allan and will get together and be one couple that swap. Okay, I think once Tammy puts her her thing in the chat, then we are gonna wrap it up. And well, we already pretty much gave our predictions for the rest of the season. Yeah. Okay, there she goes. Can I if I start, what does that do? Does that pin the comment? I don't know. I'm gonna make sure that it's in. I could have sworn that I put it in the description. Okay.
I think it is.
Okay, it should be. It's
in there.
And if it's not, okay. And then y'all can always go to my community tab because I tagged her there as well. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Make sure before you leave, you hit like. This live was awesome. So thank you for joining me, Tammy. I had a great time. Hit like.
Thanks for
subscribe.
having me.
Of course, honey bunny.
My gosh.
Thank you.
So make sure you guys
go on.
thumbs up the video, subscribe to Roxiie. If you are here because of me, if you my people, y'all should be subscribing to Roxiie.
Right. So become our people.
Video.
And if you are
Become
my
our
people,
people.
subscribe to Tammy, okay? Is that it? Let me just play on my sounds. Okay.
Not you just playing the herp. Are you subscribed?
Are you
the herpy?
The boom, yes. All right, y'all. So I don't have any other slides, right? Oh, this is supposed to be a saying bye. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for staying with us. This live is almost 3 hours. Crazy. I really appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I say that all the time, but I truly do. This is my second time running a live, and I feel like it went pretty smoothly. So hopefully I'll be brave enough to come on live again by myself one of these days. I'm so scared. Okay. So do you have any closing words, Tammy?
I don't know.
Nothing. She
Subscribe
has nothing
to
else to say.
Roxiie.
Good night, everyone. Thanks again, and we'll see y'all in our next video. Oh, Tammy is reviewing Traitors. She posted one video or 2 videos so far?
I did 1 video, all 3 episodes.
Yeah. All right. So she did all 3 episodes in 1 video. So go and check that out. If you haven't seen my most recent review of Married at First Sight, make sure you go check that out. And it's a wrap. Have a good night. Happy New Year, everyone. And we will see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Roxiie says we're gonna talk